Good evening and welcome, basketball fans, to another edition of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. Tonight, coming to you live from Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School as the Vikings get ready to take on the Hidden Valley Mustangs in a Skyline Conference matchup. Glad to be with you on this fine Friday night in Klamath Falls. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined by Matt Bowling tonight ahead of this doubleheader as the Vikings host the Mustangs. It is future Viking night here at Mazama, so we'll soon see kids from Brixner Middle School in attendance tonight. We are ready for a fun night of basketball here at Valhalla Court. As we continue your pregame coverage tonight, we'll take a look at the Skyline Conference standings as the Vikings are 0-5. The Mustangs are 2-3 towards the bottom of the conference, but the Mustangs still very much in playoff contention. We will talk a little bit about that as we get closer to tip-off tonight as we continue your coverage of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you on MyBasin.com ahead of tip-off between the Mazama Vikings and the Hidden Valley Mustangs. The Vikings entering play today 1-15 overall on the season, 0-5 in Skyline Conference play. The Mustangs 6-11 overall, 2-3 in conference play. As we take a look at recent history for the Vikings, obviously a less than favorable record now 2/3 of the way through the season. However, they are coming off of their first and only win of the season back on Saturday against Lapine, 52-44. Now trying to spear that into momentum against the Hidden Valley Mustangs, who beat them last time these two teams met. It was back on January 21st, a 41-25 victory in favor of the Mustangs, who, again, are 2-3 in league play. That puts them half a game out of a three-way tie for second place in the Skyline Conference. Matt, we kind of thought it would be a race for second place in this conference with how dominant Henley has been, obviously now number one in the state, according to the OSAA power rankings. But, I mean, this has really come down to a race for second place with Hidden Valley potentially able to pull even tonight for second.
No question about it, Josh. I mean, Henley's closest Skyline Conference game so far has been a 21-point win. I think you can go ahead and pencil them in for the title, but this is a tight race for that second guaranteed playoff spot and even for the third and final postseason bid out of the Skyline Conference. Like you said, Hidden Valley, they win tonight. They will stay in that three-way tie for second place, so big one for them. But Mazama breaking a 35-game losing streak last Saturday at Lapine. Can they carry this momentum into this game and maybe snatch their first conference win in 2 years?
We're just a few minutes away from finding out tonight as we get ready to hear the national anthem before starting lineups are announced. And we will step aside. And when we come back, we will introduce you to those starters and get ready for tip-off. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we welcome you back to Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School ahead of tip-off between the Mustangs and the Vikings. Let's introduce you to the starting lineups, and we'll begin with the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Starting a senior, number 0, Hannah Ramos. Number 2, a junior, Taylor Graham. Number 3, a junior, Madison Kelly. Number 12, a sophomore, Kaylee Bennett. And number 52, a senior, Bailey Sandquist. The Mustangs are coached by Brenda Mendez, and she's assisted by Ashley Warnke and Parker Wright. Now the starting 5 for the Mazama Lady Vikings. Starting number 3, a 5'4" junior, Armida Kirkpatrick. A senior standing 5'9", number 10, Addison Byington. A senior standing 5'9", number 12, London O'Brien. A senior standing 5'10", number 20, Matta Lee. And number 32, a sophomore standing 5'6", Leah Hernandez. The Lady Vikings are coached by Mindy Holbrook, and she's assisted by Whitney Wilson and Dan Fast. Just about ready to go tonight, of course, the Vikings in their home white uniforms. Mustangs, Lady Stings written across their chest in blue, or blue uniforms, pardon me, written in orange and white trim. And we are just about ready for the first leg of a doubleheader tonight from Mazama. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as the Vikings control the opening tip. With it now is London O'Brien, gives it to Hernandez on the far side. Back to O'Brien, finding Byington close to the cup, unguarded. She scores for the first points of the game. Mazama now leads 2-0. Now to the front court into the hands of Graham for the Lady Stings. It's Ramos. Bouncing it underneath, it's Sandquist. Sandquist tries to find some room inside and walks to the cup. A travel is called. The Vikings get it back. London O'Brien leading the charge as the point guard. Left-handed dribble now into the corner to Hernandez. She gets it back and feeds Hernandez once more. Here's Lee trying to get it underneath to Byington. The ball's tipped out of bounds by Hidden Valley. Oh, pardon me, by Mazama, so Hidden Valley will get possession. Hannah Ramos bringing the ball up the floor. The senior, one of 4 seniors on this Mustang roster. Gets the pass into Sandquist at the free throw line and a whistle. And again, Sandquist travels after receiving the pass. And so the Vikings get it back. It'll be Armida Kirkpatrick to inbound on the near side of the floor. Now London O'Brien. Mustangs 3-2 high defense. This time it creates a turnover on the pass to the free throw line. Here's Ramos. Brings it around top of the key. Vikings deploying their own zone defense. Pass for Ramos. Has trouble corralling it for a moment, then recollects. Pass goes outside for a triple. Shot at and missed by Graham. But the Mustangs control the long rebound. Here's Sandquist now. Dribble drive, kicks it out to Graham. Now Ramos for a wing three. That's left short. Long rebound this time to the hands of Lee. And here come the Vikings. On O'Brien, met at half court by Ramos. Now on the near side to Kirkpatrick. Gives it back to O'Brien. Fields a double team. Thought about going baseline, but she's still trapped. Finally a whistle. They're going to call a held ball. And the possession arrow will favor Hidden Valley. So nearly 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. And Mazama leads 2-0. Here's Ramos. Directed a bit of traffic, getting the call out to her team. Passes it to Bennett. Bennett tries to drive inside. Spins out, kicks it to Graham. Now into the hands of Ramos. Ramos feeling pressure on the wing. Gets it back top of the key to Bennett. Bounce pass underneath. Kelly kicks it outside to Ramos. Goes baseline. Tries to get it to Sandquist, but it's tipped away. Loose ball at the elbow. This will wind up in a tie-up, I'm sure. And there's the signal from the official. Now possession goes the other way. The Vikings take it with 5:50 to go in the opening frame, and they lead 2-0. Now London O'Brien. O'Brien bounce pass near side to Hernandez. Thought about a triple. She will shoot a couple of those per game. Now Kirkpatrick straight away. Tried to get the pass to Lee. It was tipped away, but the Vikings recollect. Pass comes near side to Hernandez. There's a triple for her. Front iron no good. Vikings collect their miss. It's Byington who gets fouled on the putback. And so Addison Byington, the 5'9" senior, will shoot two. First free throws of the game coming up for the Lady Vikings. First free throw is good. And so Mazama now leads 3-0. Trying to make it a two-possession game here early. Again, 5:27 to go in the first. And she converts on the second. 4-0 Vikings. The Mustangs looking to respond. Here's Ramos leading the charge. Bounce it to Sandquist at the free throw line. Sandquist kicks it out to Bennett. One step inside the arc. Bennett terminates the dribble. Kicks it head of the key. Pass into traffic to Sandquist. It results in a whistle. Looks like they're going to charge the foul to Addison Byington on the defensive end. It's a non-shooting foul, so the Mustangs will inbound across the way. Inbound pass goes to Ramos. Kicks it to Bennett. Skirmish underneath with Hernandez and Sandquist trying to volley for position, and the Vikings in the meantime create a turnover. Maddie with the steal. Ahead to O'Brien. Now here they come. Screen set by Hernandez. She gets the ball back, fires one from way downtown, hung on the rim, didn't go. Rebounded to the hands of Taylor Graham. Ramos kicks it ahead to Bennett now on the near wing. Cross-court pass to Graham, left alone beyond the arc. Too strong on the shot, and Lee again comes down with the rebound. Here's Byington. Byington thought about splitting the defense. Bounce pass over to Kirkpatrick. Well beyond the arc on the wing. Kicks it to Hernandez. Hernandez loses the dribble. Back to O'Brien. Around the horn to Kirkpatrick for three. Back iron. Kirkpatrick follows her own miss. Underneath to Hernandez, and she gets hacked on the follow-up. So Leah Hernandez going to the line for two.
Great play there by Kirkpatrick to follow her miss, get the rebound, get the pass off through some contact.
Vikings made each of their previous two free throws from Byington, and Hernandez makes her first. Going to have a timeout before the second free throw. Mindy Holbrook calling time here, so we'll step aside with 4:10 to go in the first quarter, and the Vikings up 5-0. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Back into the action on mybasin.com, where the Vikings lead 5-0 in the Gino's Cafe game of the week. And Leia Hernandez still to shoot the back end of a pair of free throws. She made the first, and the second one on the way. Bit too strong, and the rebound is collected by the Mustangs. Now Ramos. Ramos pass to Bennett. Extended arc on the wing. Catch and shoot. Three to respond. It falls off the hands of Madison Kelly. Kind of an awkward shot. Running three-point jumper found its way through. The Mustangs now on the board, trailing by 2. 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Lee passes it underneath to Byington. Her mid-range jumper's off the mark. Mustangs have it. Here's Ramos trying to lead a charge in transition. Bounce pass ahead to Sandquist. He drives all the way in and charges through Matta Lee. Could have gone either way, this time against the offense. Second foul there for Sandquist, and the third for the Mustangs this period. Here come the Vikings. Leia Hernandez. Hernandez takes the screen, driving right, as we see Reagan Holbrook check into the game, and the Vikings turn the ball over. It's Graham racing all the way in to lay it off the glass and score, and just like that, we are even at 5. 3:13 to go in the first quarter, and Leia Hernandez brings it up for the Vikes. Dribbles, head of the key, throws it to Holbrook. Now back to Kirkpatrick. They find Byington, left baseline for a mid-range jumper, can't connect. Lee gets the miss, throws it to Hernandez, who drives down the middle. Her shot, no. Holbrook with the third opportunity, that doesn't fall either. And finally, a foul called underneath. Looks like this one's going against Armida Kirkpatrick. That'll be her first and the team's second as a couple of subs come in for Mazama. Looks like we'll see London O'Brien back on the floor and Callie Bitzer on the floor for the first time as Kirkpatrick and Hernandez head to the bench. Pass intended for Graham, winds up to no man's land, goes out of bounds. And the Vikings should have possession in front of the Mustangs bench. Someone's got to take it. Here we go. It's going to be Lee. Lee will, I think she stepped in trying to get that pass off. And so the Mustangs get the ball. Inbound pass to Ramos. Vikings lightly pressing on defense, but the Stangs get it into the front court. Here's Peterson. Outside to Ramos. Now to the hands of Bennett. Back to Ramos, top of the key, down underneath to Kelly. Her mid-range shot is left short. Rebound for the Vikings, and here's London O'Brien. O'Brien trying to clear out the right side, throws it now to Byington beyond the arc. O'Brien gets it back in the corner. Lee flashes to the basket, kicks it outside to Byington for a free throw line jumper that falls. 6 points for Addie Byington, as her team leads 7-5 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mustangs looking to respond. Graham tries a hook shot from the near block and gets fouled. And so she will go to the line for a pair. 2 points for her already today, although these her first free throws.
Talking about Addie Byington with 6 points so far. She had 10 in the entire game first time these teams met.
Free throw from Graham is good. Mustangs pull closer and an opportunity to tie with a made free throw here from Graham. As Byington heads to the bench, Armida Kirkpatrick checks back in. Second free throw coming for Graham. It's no good, and the rebound is picked up by Bitzer, although she coughs it up now to the hands of the Mustangs. Running into a triple, that one offline from Bennett, and the Vikings clean up the miss. Here's O'Brien. taking her time, setting up the offense. Passing it near side to Lee. Trying to get around the defender. Lee outside to Holbrook for a right side mid-range jumper that's off the mark. Rebounded to the hands of Ramos. 1:34 to go in the first period. The Mustangs trail Mazama by 1. And another missed shot on the other side from Bennett. Here's O'Brien. Now to Kirkpatrick. Now to Lee. Thought about a triple in the corner. Gets rid of it to Kirkpatrick. Cross-court pass to Holbrook. She can't control the pass. Out of bounds it goes. And the Mustangs have it. So it'll be Graham to inbound. And again, the Vikings pressing their way up the floor, then settling back into their zone defense. But Ramos gets past it to start. Kicks it outside to Peterson. Now top of the key to Bennett. Bennett driving inside, met there by Bitzer, and Bitzer bothered the shot. Ball goes into the hands of Lee in a tie-up. Possession arrow should favor Hidden Valley. So it'll be Graham to inbound, gets it quickly to Bennett for a wing three that won't go. London O'Brien gets the rebound, fires it ahead to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick steps up to the line and fires, can't hit. And the rebound is out of bounds. Should stay with Hidden Valley, it looks like. Nope, they're going to charge a foul to Kirkpatrick, actually, and so that's her second and the team's fourth here. She'll check out. In comes Kaylin Davis, the 5'6" senior for the Vikings. She picks up Bennett on defense. Now to the hands of Graham in the front court. Pass comes near side to Kelly and a whistle. This one's likely going against Bitzer. And that should send the Mustangs into the bonus.
Yeah, she bumped her pretty good. That's a fairly easy call there.
So Madison Kelly, the junior, has 3 points already tonight. These are her first free throws. The first one is wide left. An opportunity still to tie the game at 7 with 36 seconds to go in the first. Second free throw is there, and so tied up at 7. Vikings looking to respond. London O'Brien leads the charge. Counts it over in the corner to Davis. Now back to O'Brien, back to Davis. Now to Holbrook. Here's O'Brien. Bounce pass to Lee. Lee one step inside the arc, has it poked away by Graham. Still scrambling for the basketball. It'll be the Mustangs who come away with it. The steal from Hannah Ramos. They have 11 seconds to get the shot off. Here's Bennett. Now to the hands of Ramos. Ramos bounce pass near side to Kelly. From the mid-range, she got it. Hidden Valley leads by 2, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. And after trailing by 5 to start this game, the Mustangs have a 2-point lead after 1. We'll be back with the second quarter next. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Just about ready for the second quarter tonight from Valhalla Court, as right now the hometown Vikings, Lady Vikings, trail Hidden Valley 9-7, but they do start with the basketball. Here's Hernandez. Back to O'Brien. Back to Hernandez. She'll try a triple for the lead. Too strong, and the rebound controlled by Hidden Valley, and a whistle going the other way. Looks like this one is going against Byington, I believe. No, pardon me. It's actually against Lee. That's her first. Pass underneath to Sandquist. Kicks it outside to Peterson. Now to Ramos. Gets it back underneath to Sandquist. Bounce outside to Bennett. She cashes in from downtown. Kaylee Bennett with her first made triple gives Hidden Valley a 5-point lead. Here's O'Brien. Now Holbrook gives it back to O'Brien. Now Hernandez drives by one defender, shoots from 17 and knocks that one down. 3 points for Leah Hernandez, and the Vikings now trail 12-9. A minute gone here in the second quarter. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched, I believe, by Madeline. So Mustangs will maintain possession. Want to welcome in some of the folks I know listening from Grants Pass tonight. Probably nasty weather coming over the hill, so appreciate you choosing our broadcast to support your team tonight. Here's Ramos, top of the key. Pass goes underneath to Peterson, left alone from the mid-range, but the shot's too strong. Sandquist gets it back out to Peterson on the rebound, then she loses it to London O'Brien. Vikings have numbers in transition. O'Brien takes it all the way in. She's fouled, and so she'll shoot two. London O'Brien, a senior, without any points so far tonight. These are her first two free throws. And she makes the first. Second free throw coming up for O'Brien. Can't cash in on the second one, and a whistle on the rebound. And this one is going against Byington. That is her second and the team's second this period. Here come the Mustangs. Pass comes to Graham. Graham back to Peterson. Now to the hands of Ramos. Whips it to Bennett. Bennett guarded by Byington. Now into the hands of Ramos. Picks up a light double team head of the key. Dumps it underneath to Graham, who is fouled on the shot. She missed the lay-in, but a couple of free throws come in the way of the junior Taylor Graham. She's got 3 points already and is 1 for 2 in a previous trip to the line. Looks like we'll also get a sub for the Vikings after this free throw attempt from Graham. It's no good. And so Callie Bitzer will check in for Addison Byington. Graham's second free throw is good, so Hidden Valley back out in front by 3. 6:20 to go in the second quarter. And here's O'Brien. Takes a screen left and has it stripped. Then Ramos loses it, trying to collect the stripped ball. Last touched by her as it went out of bounds, so the Vikings will have it. Hernandez to inbound. Here's O'Brien trying to go against the Mustangs now. Look more in a 2-3 zone. Here's Hernandez. Tried to get it to Lee, but it's intercepted. Taken away by Graham. She takes it all the way in. Too strong off the glass. The rebound picked up by Holbrook. Now O'Brien crosses the timeline. Brings it between the circles. Bounce pass to Hernandez on the far side. Feeds O'Brien back in the corner. Now again to Hernandez. Lofting it underneath to Bitzer, poked free from behind by Sandquist, and then it goes out of bounds, last touched by Sandquist. So Vikings keep it, 15 seconds on the shot clock. They trail by 3 with 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Holbrook inbounds to O'Brien. Now to Holbrook. She's double teamed beyond the arc on the far side, breaks the double team, and gets rid of the ball to O'Brien. 4 to shoot. O'Brien driving inside, underhand pass to Holbrook. A free throw line jumper is good. Mazama down by 1, 5:12 to go in the first half. Here's Peterson. Now to Ramos. Bouncing it underneath to Graham. Tries to feed Peterson at the baseline. A reverse layup is no good, and Bitzer cleans up the miss. Here's O'Brien now. O'Brien bounce pass to Hernandez. Puts it on the deck. Tall dribble inside. Back out to O'Brien. Tries to get a pass to Lee on the near side and does. Lee lofts it to Bitzer. Back out to O'Brien for a straightaway triple. Can't hit. Rebound into the hands of Sandquist. Here's Hannah Ramos. Ahead to Bennett. Bennett back to Ramos. And Sandquist travels. She got tied up, tried to break through it, just took too many steps. Sub in for the Mustangs. I believe Madison Kelly checked back in. No subs for Mazama, so here's London O'Brien. Throws it to Holbrook. Back to O'Brien, now on the near side. Underneath to Lee on the block. Bounce pass to Bitzer. She has to wrestle it away. It's a tie-up, and the possession arrow favors Mazama. They'll have 21 seconds to shoot coming off the inbound. Full reset after that ball goes out of bounds. Now here's Lee trying to get it to Holbrook. Pass tipped out of bounds by Ramos. So again, the Vikings keep it, though this time inbounding in front of the Mustangs bench. Not before Coach Holbrook calls time, trailing by 1 with 4:06 to go in the second quarter. A score of 13-12 in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week, and you've got it on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
13-12 our score. Hidden Valley leads nearly halfway through this second quarter. Again, first leg of a doubleheader tonight. The boys teams set to go at it after this one, and that also a battle for playoff positioning between the Mustangs and the Vikings. Of course, we'll talk about that guys game as we get closer, but right now this game close and entertaining. 1 point separate the Mustangs from the Vikings. And again, 4:06 to go before halftime. And Mazama will start with the ball coming out of the break. Here's Lee. To Bitzer. Bounce pass goes back to O'Brien. She kicks it to Lee. Underneath to Bitzer at the free throw line. Out to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to get it to O'Brien. It's taken away by Hidden Valley. It's Graham. Graham kicks it to Ramos. Had trouble with it for a moment. Brings it back out beyond the arc. Here's Ramos. Now to Bennett. Bennett drives by her defender. Throws it up off the glass. No. Graham gets the rebound. Her putback won't go. And now it's O'Brien. O'Brien pass ahead to Lee. Puts it on the deck. Her right hook shot is bothered and she's fouled. And so Lee will head to the line for two. So far, the Vikings have shot well at the free throw line as a team through the first quarter and a half, 4 of 6 at the line, although these are Lee's first opportunities and she misses the first. Sub in for Hidden Valley. It'll be Marlo Pierce. She will sub in for Ramos. Leah Hernandez to the bench for Mazama. Armida Kirkpatrick checks in. So here's Bennett. She'll take point for Hidden Valley while Ramos is on the bench. Now to the hands of Peterson. Now back to Graham. Graham feeds Kelly on the far side. Tries to dribble inside. Kicks it back out to Graham. Graham pressured by the freshman Holbrook, well beyond the arc. 13 to shoot for Hidden Valley. Here's Bennett. Now 10 to shoot. Bennett brings it around near half court. Bounce pass near side to Graham. Fields a double team with 5 seconds to go. Back out to Bennett. Now with 1. The Mustangs aren't going to get a shot off. And good defense by the Vikings forces a shot clock violation. And now a chance to take the lead with under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kirkpatrick inbounds to O'Brien. She crosses the timeline, gives it back to Kirkpatrick. Now O'Brien has it on the wing. Dumps it underneath to Bitzer on the block. Back out to O'Brien for 3. Yes, she got it. Mazama has the lead. They're up by 2 off a made triple from London O'Brien. She's got 4 points tonight. Peterson kicks it to Graham as the Mustangs look to respond. Here's Bennett, guarded by Lee. Spins around, trying to go to work against Lee, terminates the dribble. Pass intended for Pierce is taken away by Holbrook. She's outnumbered in transition, but gets fouled on the shot. Good steal and take by the freshman Holbrook, and she has earned free throws for her effort, trying to extend this Mazama lead with 2:17 to go in the second quarter. Holbrook's first free throw is too strong, but she does have a second.
Holbrook's the only freshman on this Mazama varsity roster, but it's not always apparent when you watch her play.
She plays aggressive, certainly not any fear in her play style. She converts the second free throw, puts her team up by 3. Kirkpatrick steals a pass away. 2-on-2 in transition, loose ball out of bounds. Who's this foul going against? Both players got tied up with each other. So foul goes to Madison Kelly. And checking in now for Mazama is Kaylin Davis as Kirkpatrick heads back to the bench.
Yeah, that's on. I think that foul's on Kirkpatrick.
Yeah.
And that's her 3rd.
Yeah, no surprise she's heading there. And that's Mazama's 4th this quarter with under 2 to go. A triple for Hidden Valley is way off the mark. And Lee cleans up the miss. Now it's O'Brien. O'Brien pass to Holbrook. 1 step inside the arc. Holbrook pulls up but misses. Rebound into the hands of Bitzer. She scores close. Callie Bitzer, her first couple of points, puts Mazama up by 5, 18-13. 1:35 to go before halftime. Pass whipped to the far side into the hands of Peterson. She thought about a triple. Second guessed herself and traveled. Learning moment potentially for the freshman there, Grace Peterson. Had an open shot, stutter stepped and gave the ball away. Now the Vikings get to take it. Here's O'Brien, bounce pass to Holbrook. Back to O'Brien, feeds Lee underneath. She's bumped and will be fouled. That'll be the 4th foul for Hidden Valley. 1 more and the Vikings are shooting free throws. Charge the foul to Taylor Graham. That is her first. Lee to inbound. And she'll get it to Bitzer and try to give it back to Lee, but she hadn't stepped back in bounds yet. And so the Mustangs will inbound away from the basket at the baseline. Now to the hands of Bennett. Bennett skips a pass to Kelly underneath, kicks it back out to Graham. Now it's Lesher. Lesher has it tipped out, should stay with Hidden Valley. Graham to inbound. Gets it straight away to Kelly. A long 2, won't go. Lesher tried to save it from going out of bounds, but she had actually stepped out before touching the ball. And so the Vikings will have it. Here's O'Brien. Accompanied by Davis up the floor. Kicks it to Hernandez. It was, I thought it might have been tipped. Actually, Hidden Valley takes it, just an errant pass. And it's Bennett. Now with 54 seconds to go in the second quarter. Pass goes underneath, a slick feed and score to Peterson. That's her first 2 points of the game, and Hidden Valley back within 3 with 43 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien to Hernandez, kicks it to Davis. Back to Hernandez, now to the hands of O'Brien. Underneath to Bitzer, goes up with the shot, and it bounces around and drops. Mazama back out in front by 5, and for Bitzer, that's her second made bucket. Graham looking to respond for the Mustangs. Here's Bennett. She shot for 2, won't go, and the rebound in the hands of Lesher, turns around and gets fouled on the shot. So Sam Lesher will be heading to the line for 2. First we're seeing of Lesher tonight, checked in a few minutes ago, but scoreless and shooting her first free throws. First one is off the mark. Second free throw for Lesher. That one is online. And now the score 20-16 in favor of Mazama. Shot clock is off. Vikings could have the final possession if they choose. Now 10 seconds. O'Brien kicks it to Davis. Davis to Bitzer at the free throw line. Outside to Hernandez. She wasn't there for it, but recollects. Now only 3 seconds, though. Hernandez from near half court won't get it to go. And we'll head to the locker rooms with Mazama leading by 4 against Hidden Valley, trying to pick up their first league win this year. We'll talk about the game we've seen so far, check out some stats, take a look around the league, and get ready for the boys' game, which is to follow the conclusion of this one. That's all coming up tonight from Valhalla Court at Mazama High School. You've got the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
It is halftime at Mazama High School, the varsity girls contest between the Vikings and the Mustangs. And here at halftime, it is the Vikings who lead by 4. We'll go ahead and introduce you to the leading scorers, and we'll start with the Vikings. Addison Byington has 6 points, paving the way. Callie Bitzer and London O'Brien each have 4. Leah Hernandez and Reagan Holbrook each have 3 for Mazama. For Hidden Valley, they are led in scoring by Madison Kelly with 6 points, 4 for Taylor Graham, 3 for Kaylee Bennett, 2 for Grace Peterson, and 1 for Sam Lesher. Your scorers right now for Hidden Valley. The Vikings in that quarter outscoring Hidden Valley 13-6 to take a, 13-5 to take an advantage, now leading by 5 here at halftime. A pretty good showing in that second quarter for the Lady Vikings.
Yeah, really strong stuff from Mazama. I mean, they gave up a 9-2 run over the last half of the first quarter to go behind after leading by 5 early, but able to bounce back and come off with a 4-point lead at the half. I think that's something that you see, like we said in the pregame, they just snapped a 35-game losing streak. When you break a streak like that, it can do a lot for you mentally. It's almost like getting a fresh start in a sense. So it's no surprise to see them playing quite a bit better now that they've probably been reminded of what it actually feels like to win.
Well, you can see the amount of confidence that they're playing with right now versus when we saw them in like the first couple weeks of the season versus when we've seen them against Henley. Now, like you said, after that win, I mean, they're just playing with more confidence, stronger takes. They're going after rebounds. They're collecting steals, and they're just playing hard basketball. So curious to see if they're able to hold on to this win. Again, they're still looking for their first win in league play, and potentially playing a little bit of spoiler for Hidden Valley, who's 2-3 in league play right now, a half game out of second place in the Skyline Conference. Henley paves the way right now, 6-0 in league play, 16-2 overall. They are the number 1 team in the state. They were supposed to be in action tonight against Marist Catholic, the Spartans, who are ranked 6th. Unfortunately, with the weather that we have forecasted tonight, Marist decided not to make the trip to Klamath Falls, so we got denied that top 10 matchup. But so Henley able to rest and maybe pay attention to this game tonight. Phoenix is in second place in the league. Klamath Union is in third. Both of those teams actually tied for second. They are 3-3 apiece. Then you've got Hidden Valley and Mazama. And you take a look at, I believe there's one other game going on in our conference tonight, and it is Klamath Union playing Phoenix. So regardless of the result of this game and that game that's happening over in Jackson County, the girls' picture for the Skyline Conference, it's going to be shaken up after tonight.
No doubt. Going to be very interesting to see how that shakes out. Phoenix only beat Klamath Union by 2 the first time those teams met.
We'll try to get you updated on that score as we move throughout the broadcast. We'll try to get you at least the final from Phoenix tonight. And in the interest of giving score updates, for those of you Oregon Tech Lady Owl fans, of course, the Lady Owls leading Evergreen State right now, nearly done in the fourth quarter, 4 minutes to go. They're up 62-48. We'll keep you updated on that one, give you a final, and of course when the men get going, we'll keep you updated on that score as well for the Lady and Hustlin' Owls. Play Evergreen State tonight, Northwest University tomorrow. And then of course, still to come this evening, you might see them warming up on the floor right now. It is the boys varsity contest between the Vikings and the Mustangs, and much like this one, heavy conference standings implications with the Vikings a half game out of first place. And Hidden Valley trailing the Vikings by 1 game, but it was the Mustangs who knocked off the Vikings last time those two teams played. So certainly ready for an interesting one tonight, although still a second half to come of the varsity girls game, one that Mazama leads 20-16 at halftime. We'll be back with third quarter action and a conclusion next. It is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back to the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Ready to go with the third quarter as the Mazama Lady Vikings lead the Hidden Valley Lady Stangs 20-16. Josh Eldridge here, Matt Bowling to my side. Glad to be with you tonight here on mybasin.com. 5 on the floor for Mazama to start this second half. It is Kirkpatrick, Byington, Hernandez, O'Brien, and Lee. And for Hidden Valley, it is Ramos, Graham, Sandquist, Kelly, and I believe this is Bennett here on the near side. It's Hidden Valley who starts with the ball. Ramos immediately passes to Bennett. Now Ramos gets it back. Pass in the corner to Graham. Feeds Bennett. Top of the key. Triggers a three, and that's how we start the third quarter. With a Hidden Valley triple to bring them within one. Off the hands of Kaylee Bennett. Now 6 points for her, all on made triples. Here's Kirkpatrick on the near side. Kicks it to O'Brien. Feeds Byington at the free throw line. She drives inside and is going to travel. She was met about 8 feet from the bucket by Sandquist and took too many steps trying to get around her. So now it's Ramos who takes up the floor for Hidden Valley. Pass comes near side to Kelly. Kelly back to Bennett. Now to the hands of Ramos. Back to Bennett. Bennett underneath to Sandquist. Has it poked free by Byington. A scramble for it on the elbow results in a held ball. And possession should go to the Vikings with 7:11 to go in the third quarter and a 1-point ball game. Here's O'Brien now. Ahead with Kirkpatrick. Passes to Kirkpatrick now on the near side. Pass over to Byington. Dribbles around the defender. Goes inside by everybody. And a scoop shot. She scores. A remarkable take by Addie Byington gives her 8 points. And Mazama a 3-point lead. Pass comes near side to Bennett. Bennett now to the corner to Kelly. Bounce pass back to Bennett. Now top of the key to Ramos. Here's Sandquist now. Thought about a mid-range jumper, rolls it back outside to Bennett. Skip pass to Ramos. Now 17 to shoot for Hidden Valley. Ramos on the take, has it poked free, and a tie-up. This time the possession arrow is in favor of the Mustangs. To inbound is Graham. Trying to find someone to get it to top of the key, finds Bennett. Now to the hands of Ramos, guarded by O'Brien. Pass goes into the corner for a triple, hung around the rim. Let's see, I think that might have been a 2. It was. Foot on the line on the shot there from Bennett. And so Mazama still out in front by 1. Lee bounces it in the corner to O'Brien. That's a long 2 off the side of the backboard. Rebound to the hands of Kelly, and she kicks it ahead to Grant. Now it's Ramos. Bounces it underneath to Sandquist. Back outside to Bennett. Now Ramos. Tries to go to work against O'Brien. Slips past her and then gets fouled on the shot. So a couple of free throws coming up for Hannah Ramos, the point guard, getting her first free throws of the game with 5:55 to go in the third quarter. In the first half, Hidden Valley was 4 of 8 at the free throw line. They're actually going to take away her free throws. I thought she was getting some. Instead, Hidden Valley will just inbound. Goes top of the key to Sandquist. A long 2 is off the mark. And Leah Hernandez gets the miss. She'll bring it up for Mazama. She's met top of the key by Bennett. Throws it to Kirkpatrick. She zips it to Lee in the corner. dribbles inside the arc. Her shot blocked, but Kirkpatrick gets it back. Pass intended for Lee or O'Brien. Neither of them come up with it. And so the Mustangs get the ball after the out of bounds. And had some sort of mistake with the inbounds play. Our official on the far side wanting to just redo it. It'll still be Mustangs ball with 5.5 to go in the third. And Mazama up by 1. Here's Ramos to Sandquist. Turnaround jumper at the free throw line is left short. The rebound is collected by Byington underneath. Kicks it ahead to O'Brien. Here's London O'Brien. Tries to get it to Kirkpatrick. Tipped out by Ramos. The Vikings hold on to possession as Callie Bitzer checks in for Lee. Inbounded to the backcourt to O'Brien. She has it now. Now Kirkpatrick. Gets it back to O'Brien, to the baseline to Byington, out to Hernandez, drives the right side, her lay-in is good. Leah Hernandez now with 5 points and her team up by 3. Hidden Valley looking to respond, here's Kelly, now Bennett. Pass top of the key to Ramos. Gets it underneath to Kelly, she had an open look but couldn't convert. Rebound picked up by Bitzer and the Vikings come the other way with it. Here's O'Brien, pass to Hernandez on the wing, underneath to Byington. She's going to be fouled. Foul goes to Bailey Sandquist. That'll be her third. And the first foul for Mazama this period. Checking in is the freshman Grace Peterson. Hernandez to inbound for Mazama. She'll get it to Kirkpatrick. Now on the wing to Byington. Hernandez gets it back. Now top of the key to O'Brien. Back to Hernandez. Around a triple team. She gets fouled. And there you can kind of see the confidence we were talking about during halftime. Hernandez around 3 defenders. It's a tough shot to get after, but just that aggressiveness earns her free throws there.
And not afraid of the contact.
One for 2 in a previous trip, this time missing her first. She'll get a second look at it here. Hernandez cashes in on the second look. So now Mazama up by 4. Pass comes near side to Bennett. Kelly gets tied up with Kirkpatrick, and possession will go to Mazama. Good defense being played there by Kirkpatrick. She's a scrappy player. Got down and dirty and created the turnover. Here's O'Brien. Pass near side to Hernandez. Underneath to Bitzer. Back outside to Hernandez, but she can't control the pass. It's picked up by Bennett into the front court now for Hidden Valley. Now bounce pass to Kelly into the hands of Ramos. Gives it back to Bennett. At the free throw line, Bennett will get fouled, and they'll give her the shooting foul. Kaylee Bennett heading to the line for 2. She's got 8 points so far. As a matter of fact, is leading the team in scoring right now, but these are her first 2 free throws. Also first free throws of this second half for Hidden Valley. The first is no good. Got a timeout called by, I believe, Mazama.
I think Hidden Valley.
It is a Mazama timeout, 25-21 here in the third quarter. We'll be back in just a moment on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
(25-21), Mazama leads Hidden Valley in this Skyline Conference affair. Hidden Valley shooting free throws. Back into the free throws coming up for Bennett. She missed her first. The second one meets the same fate. Long rebound, though. She gets it back. Now Ramos has it. Now it's Bennett again. Guarded by O'Brien. Gets past O'Brien, and a nice shot off the glass is in. Hidden Valley back within 2. And the Vikings answer. Here's Holbrook. Holbrook gets it to Kirkpatrick on the wing. Now in the hands of Lee. Lee outside to O'Brien for a triple. No. The rebound is picked up by Hidden Valley. It's Ramos racing ahead for the Mustangs. Takes it in past the defender. Her shot bothered by Lee. Ball rolls out into the hands of Kirkpatrick, and she's fouled quickly. Charge the foul to Hannah Ramos. The senior picks up her third there, and that's the third for Hidden Valley as well. Kirkpatrick inbounds to O'Brien, and here she comes. Bounce pass to Holbrook. And the whistle will result in free throws for Reagan Holbrook. This will be her second trip to the line this game. She was 1 for 2 back in the first half. She has 3 total points. First free throw for Holbrook is good. And Sam Lesher checking into the game for Hidden Valley. Looks like Hannah Ramos went to the bench. Second free throw no good there for Holbrook, so the score remains 26-23, 3 minutes to go in the third. Here's Bennett. Bennett guarded tightly by Holbrook, almost forcing a turnover, but Graham able to come away with it. Here's Bennett again, picked up by O'Brien, top of the key, now to the hands of Holbrook. Pass goes to Peterson. She dribbles into a triple that's off the mark. Rebound, it's a long one, finds its way to Graham. Now near side to Lesher, outside to Peterson. She has trouble controlling it. Ball finally goes out of bounds off of Mazama. And we're going to have a timeout called by Hidden Valley. Coach Mendez wanted to talk this one over. With 2:34 to go in the third, her team trails Mazama by 3. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Third quarter action continues. 2.5 minutes left to go, and Mazama leads Hidden Valley 26-23. And it'll be Hidden Valley to inbound into the hands of Ramos. Gets it quickly to Kelly for a free throw line jumper. She banks it in. Hidden Valley now trailing just by 1. Now in front to O'Brien. Here's Holbrook. Holbrook has it poked free. In fact, it was actually a foul. Bennett commits the foul there, her second, and the team's 5th. So this should result in free throws. I thought maybe for Kirkpatrick. She had the ball, but in fact, it will be Holbrook to the line. 2 for 4 on the game. As Leah Hernandez gets ready to check back in. First free throw from Holbrook is good. She will check in for Lee. Holbrook's second free throw is also good. Mazama in front by 3. 28-25, 2:13 to go in the third. Pass over in the corner. The catch and shoot triple offline by Graham. And the Vikings clean up the miss. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien trying to get by everybody. Tough shot, too strong. Here comes Hidden Valley. It's Peterson. Outside to Kelly. Now Ramos. Back to Kelly at the free throw line. Tries to find Bennett. She's trapped by 3 Vikings. Gets rid of it to Ramos. Underneath to Graham. Her layup won't go, and Kirkpatrick with the rebound. And now it's O'Brien. O'Brien bounces it over to Kirkpatrick on the wing. Now to Holbrook. Bounces it to Byington. Now to Hernandez. Outside to O'Brien. Hernandez gets it back in the corner with 17 to shoot. Hernandez goes baseline up with the shot. Won't get it. Rebound was picked up for a moment by Graham. Then it's poked free by Mazama. In the mix for the Vikings was Byington. And they're going to call the foul, looks like on Taylor Graham, which should result in free throws for Byington. Byington leads her team in scoring right now with 8 points. She was 2 for 2 in a previous trip at the line to make it 3 for 3 in the ball game with that make there. Another free throw for Byington. It's good. Mazama up by 5. Matching their lead coming into this quarter as Byington heads to the bench and Bitzer checks in. 1:10 to go in the third. Pass comes near side to Bennett. Bennett looking for Graham in the near corner. Kirkpatrick tips it out, and so Graham will maintain possession for the Mustangs. Under a minute to go now, and the inbound pass goes to Bennett. Now over to Peterson. Peterson tries to drive the right side. Pump fakes. Gets tied up, and possession will favor Hidden Valley. It'll be Graham to inbound. Graham looking for Ramos, top of the key, gets it to her. Now to Bennett. Bennett tries from way downtown and got it. Kaylee Bennett, her third made triple of the game, brings Hidden Valley within 2. 38 seconds to go. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien tried to get it to Bitzer underneath. She collects. Pass in the corner to Kirkpatrick. She answers from downtown. It's offline. Holbrook collects the miss. Shot clock is off. Pass into the hands of Holbrook. Ripped away by Peterson. The Mustangs will have it with 19 seconds to go. Racing ahead is Ramos. A 2 to tie. A 3 takes the lead. Graham underneath. She's fouled. Not on the shot, though, and so Hidden Valley will inbound with 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. It is Graham to inbound, lofts it top of the key to Kelly for 3. The lead is Hidden Valley's. They answer back, and Kelly has 11 points. 2 seconds now. Hernandez at the horn won't get it. And the Mustangs storm back in the final minute and change in the third to take a 1-point lead heading to the fourth. We'll be back with the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Welcome back to the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Ready now for the fourth quarter where Hidden Valley leads 31-30 ending that third quarter with back-to-back triples off the hands of Madison Kelly and Kaylee Bennett. It's given them a 1-point lead, but Mazama starts with the basketball coming out of our break. It is O'Brien, Kirkpatrick, Hernandez, Holbrook, and Lee. For the Mustangs, it is Ramos, Bennett, Graham, Sandquist, and Peterson. First shot for the Vikings off the mark. Here come the Mustangs. Ramos kicks it ahead to Bennett. Bennett traveled trying to step into the triple. Boy, that might be a break for the Vikings as Kaylee Bennett has knocked down 3 3-pointers in the game and has 13 points. She's leading the team. Pass comes to Hernandez. She tries a triple. Yes! Leah Hernandez. Her first made triple gives Mazama back the lead. They're up by 2. Here's Peterson. She'll try to respond with a triple. Can't get it. Rebound into the hands of O'Brien. She's bothered up the floor by Sandquist, but gets past her. Now Hernandez underneath to Holbrook. Holbrook kicks it to O'Brien. Now to Hernandez in the corner. Can she do it again? No, it hung on the rim, didn't go. The rebound into the hands of Ramos. 7 minutes to go. Mazama up by 2. Pass tipped away, but Mustangs recollect. Here's Sandquist from the free throw line. She's fouled. Bailey Sandquist, the senior, shooting her first free throws of the ball game here with 6:51 to go in the final quarter. She is scoreless so far tonight. We'll have a sub come in for Mazama here in just a moment. It looks like Addie Byington ready to sub in as the first free throw from Sandquist is off the mark. Kirkpatrick heads to the bench. Second free throw coming up for Sandquist, trying to make it a 1-point game. Can't do it. Rebound goes to Holbrook. Holbrook has it ripped away by Peterson. In fact, they're going to call a held ball before the steal takes place, and it gives Hidden Valley possession. So Graham to inbound. Gets it to Ramos. Ramos from the left elbow. Her jumper won't go. Rebound is tipped out into the hands of Byington. She kicks it ahead to O'Brien. Here come the Lady Vikings. Pass to Holbrook. Holbrook back to O'Brien. Outside to Byington for a long 2. Left short. Rebound out of bounds. And possession goes... Well, we got differing signals from the officials. Here we go. They decide it is Vikings ball. Hernandez to inbound at the baseline. Inbound goes quickly to Byington. Fires from 10 off the glass. Too strong. Rebound to the hands of Sandquist. Ahead now to Ramos. Ramos racing inside before the defense can get set and then brings it back out. Guarded lightly by O'Brien. Bounce pass to Sandquist. She tries to feed Graham underneath, but it's taken away by O'Brien. Leading the charge for Mazama. O'Brien to Hernandez. Back to O'Brien. Hernandez gets it back. Another try from distance. Won't go. And Ramos cleans up the miss. Ramos now brings it around, head of the key. Kicks it to Graham. Graham outside to Peterson. Peterson to Ramos. Straightaway 3 is not good. And the rebound into the hands of Hidden Valley. Back outside to Graham. Her mid-range jumper is there, and we're tied at 33. 5.5 to go. Mazama has to inbound quickly. They finally get it to Hernandez. And now it's O'Brien into the front court. Bounce pass to Hernandez on the near wing. She's liked shooting from there as of late, but she gets it to Holbrook. Holbrook trying to split the defense, loses it on the dribble, and is picked up by Peterson. Mustangs now as Ramos dribbles into a triple. Say it ain't so. Hannah Ramos, ice in her veins, drills one from straight away. Her first made triple of the game gives Hidden Valley a 3-point lead, and Coach Holbrook calls time. We'll take it. 4:58 to go in the fourth. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Fourth quarter action continues here at Mazama High School. The Mustangs have caught fire from distance. Hannah Ramos with the latest triple has given Hidden Valley a 3-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Trailed coming out of halftime by 4 points, led after the third quarter by 1, and now out in front by 3. It was Coach Holbrook who called time. The 5 on the floor for her coming out of this break. It is Lee, Byington, Hernandez, Holbrook, and O'Brien. For Hidden Valley, it is Ramos, Sandquist, Peterson, Graham, and Bennett. Holbrook to inbound for the Vikings as they start with the basketball. Gets it to O'Brien. Now Hernandez to Byington on the baseline. Kicks it to O'Brien. Pass intended for Hernandez, tipped away by Ramos. Ramos drives all the way in, tries to feed Bennett on the post, and she scores. Hidden Valley now up to a 5-point advantage. This would be their biggest lead of the night so far. Here's O'Brien, bouncing it to Hernandez, now on the far wing. Gets it underneath to Lee on the block. Lee trying to get it to Byington. It's a loose ball that rolls out of bounds. Possession goes to the Mustangs. 4.5 to go, and Hidden Valley looking to separate themselves right now, up by 5. Here's Ramos into the front court. Bouncing it to Sandquist. Elbow jumper, no. Rebound is going to result in a foul. It'll be the second Mazama team foul this period, and another one charged to Lee. That's her second. Mustangs to inbound. They're going to loft it, head of the key to Ramos. Kicks it to Peterson. Back to Ramos on the wing. Now Sandquist at the free throw line. She's met there by Byington. Now it's Ramos. Well beyond the arc straight away. Skips a pass underneath to Sandquist. Turns around from the right elbow. Can't get it. Mustangs collect their own miss, and a held ball. Possession this time favors Mazama. There's a shot off the hands of Graham that missed its mark, resulting in this tie-up as Callie Bitzer checks in favor of Leah Hernandez. London O'Brien walks it across the timeline, kicks it near side to Byington. She gets it back in the corner. Cross-court pass to Lee. Lee inside the arc, fires from the mid-range, won't go. Mustangs get the miss. Here's Ramos. 3.5 to go in the fourth. Hidden Valley up by 5. Pass intended for Graham is tipped away into the hands of the Vikings. London O'Brien again, trying to set up the offense for the Lady Vikes. Here she has it between the circles. Now to Byington. Byington rifles a pass into the band across the way. Out of bounds it goes, and the Mustangs take it.
These cross-court passes have had mixed success at best for Mazama tonight.
This time resulting in a turnover when they need it least. Skip pass underneath, intended for Graham, ripped away by Lee. Aggressiveness on defense for the Vikings pays off there as O'Brien brings it into the front court. Pass near side to Byington. Tries to drive the right side through 3 defenders, and a tie-up. And possession favors Hidden Valley. Our score remains 38-33 with Hidden Valley in front. Teams have been trading misses for the last couple of minutes. Who's going to blink first? Right now it's Bennett. Now to Ramos. Over in the hands of Graham. Mazama's zone defense leaves room for Kelly to take an uncontested left elbow jumper that won't go. On the rebound, Bitzer comes down with it, falls to the ground and travels. Hidden Valley bailed out that time as they will inbound to the baseline underneath their bucket with 2:40 to go and a fully reset shot clock. Pass comes to Bennett, curling off a screen, top of the key, loses it. It is tipped out by Holbrook. Coach Mindy Holbrook thought that Hidden Valley touched it on its way out, but to no avail. Inbound pass is, well, kind of a lazy one, but it finds its way to Hidden Valley. Trying to feed Kelly underneath. The loose ball on the wing is picked up by the Mustangs. Tied up now is Bennett, and she will travel. Mazama, though, has to wonder how many possessions they'll get down the stretch. Down by 2 scores, but time to start converting on these trips. Here's O'Brien. Bouncing it to Byington. Byington through 3 defenders again. Tries to get a pass off to Bitzer. Tied up on the block. And it's going to result in a foul against Bitzer. That is the 4th Mazama team foul. As Leah Hernandez checks in for Bitzer. That's her 4th as well. By the way, Hidden Valley with no fouls in this quarter. Ramos brings it up, bounces it to Kelly. Ramos gets it back. Now it's Bennett. Drives left, throws up a shot on the left side that's no good. Mazama gets the miss. Into the front court, O'Brien. Vikings looking for points. O'Brien outside to Hernandez. Around the defenders, Holbrook gets it at the baseline. Her mid-range jumper's left short off the front iron, and a battle for the rebound results in a held ball, which gives the Vikings possession. Coach Holbrook going to call timeout before we start this possession. 1:46 to go in the ball game, and Mazama trails by 5. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
38-33, our score remains here late in the 4th quarter. The Hidden Valley Mustangs made a comeback towards the end of the 3rd, now trying to stave off a Vikings comeback late in this one. Up 38-33. It was Coach Holbrook who called time. Her Vikings will have the ball coming out of the break. It'll be Hernandez, O'Brien, Byington, Lee, and Holbrook. Coming out of the break for Mazama. For Hidden Valley, it is Ramos, Peterson, Bennett, Kelly, and Graham. Hernandez to inbound. She'll kick it to Lee in the corner. Now to O'Brien on the wing for 3. Splash! London O'Brien makes it a 2-point game. 7 points for her. The Vikings looking for a stop with 1:35 to go. Here's Ramos. Ramos well beyond the arc, guarded tightly by Byington. Kicks it to Peterson, now picked up by Lee. Peterson kicks it back to Ramos. She's still well beyond the arc. 12 to shoot. Ramos goes on the right side. Her pass intercepted by Lee. 1:11 to go. The Vikings down by 2. Hernandez has the pass near side, now to O'Brien. Back to Hernandez, a 3 for the lead, no! Rebound to Ramos. 57 seconds to go, here's Ramos. Brings it into the near corner, well beyond the arc. And a timeout is called by Coach Mendez of Hidden Valley. We will take this final break in regulation with Hidden Valley up 38-36. Under a minute to go in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
38-36. Hidden Valley in front. Under a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Teams have gone back and forth all throughout, although the Mustangs have led the entirety of this fourth quarter. Entered leading 31-30, shows you how low scoring this fourth quarter has been. That's not to say it hasn't been competitive and entertaining. Both teams trading really good defensive stops to get us to this point. And it'll be Hidden Valley to start with the basketball. Ramos bouncing it ahead to Peterson. Peterson guarded by Lee on that right wing. Now kicks it to Bennett. Bennett drives the left side, now to the hands of Ramos. Ramos has it poked free for a moment, but recollects at half court. 11 to shoot. She terminates the dribble. She'll be fouled by Byington. Far away from the basket, about as far as away you can get after bringing the ball across half court. That is the 5th team foul and should result in free throws for the Mustangs.
No, it's only the 4th.
That's the 4th?
Yep.
4th foul for Byington as well.
They updated the board very quickly.
Well, a bit of a break there then for Mazama. Mustangs still have it. Here's Bennett now. Shot clock is off. Vikings have to get a stop in the next few seconds or they'll be forced to foul. Here's Ramos. Ramos guarded well beyond the arc by Byington. Now 24 seconds. It's Peterson, and she will be fouled. And this is finally the bonus now for Hidden Valley. And it will be Grace Peterson, the freshman, shooting big free throws here at the end of this Skyline Conference game. She had 2 points, both in the first half, and these are her first free throws of the contest. First is good. Take a timeout for Hidden Valley with 22 6/10 of a second left to go before a conclusion. This is in the middle of 2 free throws coming up for the freshman Grace Peterson. We'll stick with you through this timeout as Hidden Valley up by 3 now, trying to make it a full 2-point possession coming up.
Always a big risk to call a timeout in between free throws. Potentially icing your own shooter, especially with a freshman on the line. I don't know if she's who Mazama necessarily was looking to put on the line, but either way, big test for her.
She's the only freshman on the varsity roster for Hidden Valley. She's got pretty considerable playing time tonight too, although not a ton of scoring. She's done a fine job on defense, but now you have to score if you're Grace Peterson, trying to make it a 2-possession ball game. With 22 seconds left to go, she's back to the line. Her second free throw is good. 4-point game. Mazama has to work quickly. Here's Byington now with 19 seconds. She's met by 3 players at half court. It is tipped out of bounds by Hidden Valley. Mazama will inbound in front of the scorer's table with 15 seconds to go. See if the Vikings look for a quick shot or if they let some time roll off here. Inbound pass to Hernandez, has it on the near wing, dribbles by a defender, loses it, it's into the hands of Bennett. She got fouled. She got fouled by, I believe it would have been Byington too, so that would mean her night is done as she heads to the bench. And Hidden Valley looking to truly ice this game on some made free throws with 10 seconds to go.
Man, Hernandez had a path to the basket, but the ball just slipped out of her hands. Tough break for Mazama.
Kaylee Bennett's had a good night so far. 15 points, no made free throws, and that trend continues with that miss there. She's 0 for 3. Second one on the way for the sophomore Kaylee Bennett. That one is no good. Long rebound goes out of bounds. The Vikings will get possession back. Couldn't convert on any, so this game still has a chance for Mazama. They'll need a miracle. Inbound pass goes to Hernandez. She has it underneath the rim, off the glass. No! The rebound picked up by Ramos. She'll be fouled with 4 seconds to go. Hernandez frustrated with herself trying to make that contested layup late in the game. It was a tough shot. Wound up not going, and now Ramos, now with 4 seconds to go, if it's not already over, we'll see if she's able to truly put this game out of reach, as Armida Kirkpatrick is the second Viking to foul out of this contest. She will exit scoreless in the ballgame. Ramos' first free throw is good. 41-36. Second free throw on its way for Ramos. That one's no good. Lee with the rebound and a quick foul. A second and a half off the clock. Charge the foul to Taylor Graham, although I think generally going to be inconsequential to the outcome here, as Lee will inbound at the baseline away from the basket. Looking for O'Brien. It is quickly tipped out by Ramos. So now another 9/10 of a second off the clock, 2 seconds even. And when this one wraps up, Hidden Valley, at least for the moment, will pull into a three-way tie for second place in the Skyline Conference. This one is over. 41-36 the final. The Mustangs heading home winners. We'll be back to recap this one for you in just a moment as the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week continues next on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Welcome back to the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. Final score in the varsity girls contest between Hidden Valley and Mazama. It is the Mustangs who defeated the Vikings 41-36. Let's introduce you to the leading scorers first for the victors tonight. Hidden Valley led by Kaylee Bennett with 15 points. Madison Kelly had 11, 6 for Taylor Graham, 4 for each Grace Peterson and Hannah Ramos, and 1 for Sam Lesher. For Mazama, they were led by Leah Hernandez with 9 points. They got 8 from Addison Byington, 7 from London O'Brien, 6 from Reagan Holbrook, and 4 from Callie Bitzer. As the Vikings come up short, they fall to 0-6 in conference play. For Hidden Valley, now improving on the season to 3-3, at least for the moment, pulling even in a three-way tie for second place in the Skyline Conference with Phoenix and Klamath Union. Those teams playing right now at Phoenix don't have a final score yet from Phoenix, although we will try to get one for you before we head off the air tonight, because we're not done we've still got the varsity boys contest ahead as the guys warm up out there. This one, a battle for second place in the Skyline Conference. We're going to step aside for just a brief moment as we switch things over and get ready for the boys contest. The good news is, if you're watching right now on mybasin.com, you don't have to go anywhere. We're going to be live at this very same link in probably about 5 or so minutes, so stick with us tonight as our coverage of the Hidden Valley Mustangs and the Mazama Vikings continues next. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. We'll be back. And welcome to or welcome back to the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and live free video tonight on mybasin.com. Coming to you live from Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School as the Vikings get ready to take on the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Glad to be with you on this rainy Friday night from Klamath Falls. Josh Eldridge, Matt Bowling by my side as we get ready for this one as the Mustangs enter play 3-2 in Skyline Conference play at 11-6 overall. The Vikings 8-9 overall, but a 4-1 conference record puts them a spot ahead of Hidden Valley in the Skyline Conference standings. We'll take a look at those conference standings. We'll also introduce you to the starting lineups. Get ready for tip-off coming up next here from Mazama High School on, again, News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com. We'll be back.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you tonight for the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week between the Vikings and the Mustangs, a Skyline Conference affair. And as we take a look at the standings, it's the Vikings right now who have a firm control of second place in the conference. They are a half game behind Phoenix for first. The Mustangs are third in the conference, one game behind Mazama. They're 3-2. Vikings, of course, 4-1. Although that one loss for Mazama did come to the hands of Hidden Valley back on January 21st, a game that the Mustangs won back in Murphy, 55-37. That's also the only blemish for Mazama in their last 6 outings, as they have won their 5 other games in that time span. For Hidden Valley, they are coming off of having a 3-game win streak snapped earlier this week to the hands of Phoenix, as they lost the Pirates 60-49. That was a previous home game for Hidden Valley, but their second matchup with Mazama, and so much on the line. Mazama ahead of them in the standings, but Hidden Valley had the Vikings number last time these two teams met.
Yeah, and it was defense that was the big thing for Hidden Valley in that matchup. I mean, 37 points. That was Mazama's fewest since the season opener. You had an individual matchup. Austin Klingler shutting down Kai Hunt, Mazama's leading scorer. Held them to 1 of 10 from the field, just 2 points total on the night. It's still a tight game, 18-18 at halftime, but Hidden Valley offense just popped off a little bit in the third quarter. Joshua Iwamizu, an honorable mention All-State selection last season, scored 12 points in that third quarter. Hidden Valley able to open up a 10-point lead heading into the fourth and just hold on from there.
Although back here, at Valhalla Court, we've got some middle schoolers in attendance, and the Vikings will have the home crowd behind them. Certainly not a great place to play for the team from Grants Pass. They'll have it up against them. Their longtime head coach, Jordan Kassler, has had some success here in the Klamath Basin. We'll talk a little bit more about how his lineup is going to shake out. We'll also be introduced to the lineups for the Mazama Vikings coming up on the other side. One more break in the pregame show, and when we come back, it's starting lineups and tip-off. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
We are nearly ready for tip-off tonight between the home team, Mazama Vikings, and the visitors from Hidden Valley High School tonight in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com, as we are introduced now to the starting five for the Mustangs. Starting a junior, number 1, Evan Neufeld. A senior, number 2, Austin Klingler. A senior, number 3, Braxton Briarty. A senior, number 0, Naren Stone, and a senior, number 5, Josh Iwamizu. Hidden Valley Mustangs are coached by Jordan Kassler, and he's assisted by Steve Gutierrez. And now, just about ready for the starting five for the Mazama Vikings. But before we do, Hidden Valley in their road blue uniforms tonight. Mustangs written across their chest in white with orange trim and white numbers. And looks like maybe we're having an issue at the scores table. Coach Kassler and the official talking about it. There's Coach Millsap over here. We're pointing up to the stands before we hear Mazama's starting lineup. Can you tell what's going on down there, Matt?
They're pulling Luke Hammond out of the stands for some reason.
I guess it wouldn't be a broadcast on mybasin.com without some mention of the Henley Hornets.
I see a few of those guys over on the other side. Look like here on a scouting trip. They do play Mazama on Tuesday.
You know, Tuesday night inside the Hornets' nest is Military Appreciation Night. All former and active military invited out. But let's get back here to Mazama High School, as now we are finally ready to be introduced to the starting five for the Mazama Vikings. Starting a senior, number 0, Gabe Nanny. Another senior, number 2, Dom Melgoza. Another senior, number 3, Ryan Hayden. Senior number 12, Kai Hunt. And senior number 24, Jordan Beals. The Vikings are coached by Ryan Millsap, and he's assisted by Kyle Gomez. The Vikings in their home white uniforms tonight, with Vikings written across their chest in blue, and blue numbers with blue trim on those white jerseys. All right, for Hidden Valley in the circle, it will be Josh Iwamizu. And for Mazama, it's Gabe Nanny. We are ready for Klamath Falls High School basketball tonight, as the ball is up and the opening tip is controlled by the visitors as the Mustangs go from left to right. Here's Neufeld with it, top of the key. Now to the hands on the far side to Briarty. Briarty feeds it now on the left wing to Klingler. Now back to the hands of Neufeld, well beyond the arc between the circles. He's guarded closely by by Hunt. He gets it back. Neufeld still guarded by Hunt. Now Iwamizu has it, brings it back around top of the key. 14 to shoot for the Mustangs. Trying to direct some traffic, denies a screen right, takes one left, steps back beyond the arc. Now Klingler has it. Klingler tries to drive baseline. Bounce outside to Briarty for a triple, won't go. The rebound is picked up by Mazama, and quickly Jordan Beals is fouled. They'll charge the foul to Austin Klingler. A quick whistle gives Klingler his first foul, and the first for the Mustangs. 7.5 to go in the first quarter. And it will be Gabe Nanny to inbound to Kai Hunt. Hunt picks up a double team in the backcourt, now to the hands of Nanny. Gets a fastball near side to Beals for a triple. That's off the glass, no good. And Naren Stone skies for the rebound. Pass comes now near side to Klingler. Brings it along the sideline, bounces it to Neufeld. Neufeld directing a bit of traffic about half court, brings it on the near side, now to the hands of Klingler. Klingler kicks it in the corner to Neufeld, feeds Stone underneath. Stone has it poked away by Hayden into the hands of Nanny. Now here comes Kai Hunt on the far side for Mazama. Now Beals. Beals has it on the right elbow and a whistle. This one seems to be going against Hidden Valley. It is Evan Neufeld, the junior, who picks up his first foul. Still scoreless, and 1 minute and 13 seconds gone in this one. Mazama on their second possession. Here's Kai Hunt in the corner. Hunt puts it on the deck, steps back, pick and roll, tried to get it to Hayden, but it's taken away by Iwamizu, and the Mustangs come the other way. Iwamizu into the front court, goes to work against Hayden underneath. Pass comes outside to Briarty for a right wing three, front iron no, and Hayden cleans up the miss. Give it ahead to Kai Hunt as Hunt walks it across the timeline for the Mazama Vikings. Walks it right up to the perimeter, fires up a triple, it doesn't hit. The rebound is collected in the far corner by Neufeld. He lets it go out of bounds. And possession should go to the Vikings. No. Oh, it does stay with Mazama. Jordan Beals will inbound the far sideline in front of where we spotted those Henley Hornets a moment ago. Of course, their game tonight against Marist was canceled. Here's Hunt. Hunt takes a screen going left, feeds Nanny top of the key. Nanny puts it on the deck, left-hand dribble, stops at the elbow, outside to Beals. Beals curling off a screen all the way in and scores. And that's how we get the first points of the night on a Jordan Beals lay-in from the right block. Mazama up 2-0. Here's Klingler now into the hands of Neufeld. Neufeld kicks it to Briarty on the left side wing. Briarty now top of the key to Klingler. Feeds Neufeld. He tries to fire up a triple, doesn't go. Rebound is scraped up by Nanny. Ahead to Hunt. Hunt trying to get by his defender, dribbles with the left hand, takes it all the way to the baseline, drives inside, kicks it out to Melgoza. Melgoza will be blocked on a drive to the basket by Briarty. So Braxton Briarty picking up his first, third for the Mustangs. 5.5 to go in the first, and Mazama leads 2-0. It is Kai Hunt to inbound, gets it to Hayden on the right elbow. Hands it back off to Hunt. Thought about a free throw line jumper. Dribble drive inside and a right-handed lay-in is good for Kai Hunt. Mazama now leads 4-0. 5:20 to go in the first quarter as Iwamizu walks it up the floor for Hidden Valley. Pass comes near side to Klingler. Klingler guarded by Hunt. Bounce to Iwamizu on the right block. Goes to work against Hayden. Has it poked free. Ball is batted out top of the key to Briarty. Now Iwamizu has it again on the left block. Iwamizu back out to Stone. Stone drives inside. Too strong on the lay-in. And Nanny cleans up the miss. Into the hands of Hunt. A pass ahead to Beals. Beals in the paint. Brings it back out. Passes across the court to Melgoza now on the right wing. Now to Beals between the circles. Jab step left. Drives right. Terminates the dribble. Kicks it outside to Nanny. Catch and shoot. Triple. Got it. 7-0. Mazama leads on a Gabe Nanny triple. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. And it's Evan Neufeld to walk it up for Hidden Valley. Neufeld has it. Left-hand dribble. Guarded lightly by Melgoza. Feeds Iwamizu on the near side. Iwamizu has a lane, and he will be fouled by Melgoza on the drive. No, pardon me. They're actually going to charge this foul to Gabe Nanny. That'll be his first and the team's first. Full shot clock reset for the Mustangs. Still looking for their first points. Again, trailing 7-0, 4:21 to go in the first quarter. Looking to inbound, get it quickly to Iwamizu. Skates to the cup. His shot is tipped out of bounds. And the Mustangs maintain possession. Iwamizu seemingly think he got fouled, but instead they'll just keep possession as Neufeld tries to inbound. Neufeld lofting it to Iwamizu, kicks it out to Briarty, but a pass is wide left and turned over into the hands of Melgoza. Takes it all the way in, but can't score. The rebound is picked up by Hidden Valley, stripped away by Melgoza, and a whistle. This one's going against Iwamizu. He grabbed Melgoza. That's the call. Already 4 fouls, not even halfway through this first quarter for Hidden Valley. That is the first for Josh Iwamizu. And the Vikings will inbound. It'll be Kai Hunt on the baseline. Gets it to Ryan Hayden, top of the key. Now to the hands of Nanny on the right wing. Brings it around between the circles. Now Melgoza. Melgoza hands it off to Hunt. Hunt steps back beyond the arc for a triple. Front iron, no, but he's fouled for a 3-point play. Going to charge the foul to Austin Klingler, trying to plead his case. But it's Kai Hunt who's going to the line for 3 free throws.
And that is Klingler's second. As we said in the pregame, he clamped up Kai Hunt the first time these teams met. If he gets in foul trouble, has to come off, that could be big trouble for the Mustangs.
Kai Hunt made his first free throw. He's a 75% free throw shooter for the season. He makes his second, and he's got one more.
This is about as good a start as you could have hoped for if you're Mazama.
Klingler checks out. Coming in is Kaiser Daly. Here's Hunt's third. That one also rattles home. A 10-point lead for Mazama halfway through the first quarter. Hidden Valley still looking for their first points. Here's Neufeld now to the hands of Stone on the right wing, guarded by Hayden. Gets it to Briarty. Briarty thought about a triple, then bounces it over to Neufeld on the left side. Neufeld feeds Iwamizu, now at the free throw line, steps back, thought about a three again. Now Briarty kicks it to Stone. Stone guarded by Hunt. Now feeds Daly on the far side. Daly now to the hands of Iwamizu, 10 to shoot for the Mustangs. Iwamizu steps into a triple from way downtown, and he gets fouled for 3 free throws. They're going to say Hayden made contact not with his hand, but his knee on the way down. So Iwamizu will have a chance to break the scoreless ball game so far for Hidden Valley, as Iwamizu has 3 coming his way. The first is good.
Well, if there's a guy who can get them back into this game, it's Iwamizu.
Like you said, honorable mention All-State a year ago. I believe this is his 3rd year as a varsity player as well for Hidden Valley. He's had a lot of experience, this young man from Hidden Valley. He made the first 2. The third rims out. So our score is 10-2 in favor of Mazama with 3:23 to go in the first. Here's Kai Hunt. Right-handed dribble, stops between the circles, tries to go left, around one defender, off the glass, he scores! What a great finish by Kai Hunt. Mazama now leads 12-2. And for Hunt, that gives him now 7 points in the contest. Here's Briarty, top of the key. Now Iwamizu on the left side. Guarded by Nanny. Iwamizu kicks it now to Gagnon, who's checked into the game. Triggers a 3, no. Rebound goes to Jordan Beals. Beals now ahead to Hunt. Hunt to Melgoza on the right wing. Gets to the baseline, backing down the defender. Up with the shot, can't get it. And the rebound is picked up by Iwamizu. He'll be the one to bring the ball up the floor for Hidden Valley. Kicks it ahead to Daly. Daly back to Iwamizu, again guarded by Nanny, well beyond the arc. Now to the hands of Gagnon. Here's Daly. From way downtown, Daly won't score. And Hayden cleans up the miss. Kai Hunt fires it ahead to Jordan Beals. Beals drives right, kicks it on the right wing to Melgoza. Now in the corner to Nanny. Nanny to Beals on the wing. Beals well beyond the arc, spins to his right side, bounces a pass underneath to Hayden. Hayden backing down Iwamizu close to the cup and scores. Pure strength. Great bucket by Ryan Hayden, the football player. Defensive end, tight end, getting physical there for the bucket. Under 2 minutes to go, and Mazama a 12-point advantage. Here's Gabe Nanny guarding Iwamizu. Iwamizu tried to skip a pass underneath to Stone. It's tipped out of bounds. Possession goes to Mazama. Vikings all over the Mustangs to start this game. Jordan Beals checks out. Jagger Jackson checks in for the Vikings, and they've got possession. 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt, pass to Jackson on the right side. Thought about a triple. Guarded tightly by Briarty. Gets rid of it to Melgoza. Melgoza driving right down Main Street. Up with the shot. He charges. Briarty stood tall and took the harm. And this one's going the other way. It's going to be Josh Iwamizu who brings the ball up the floor for Hidden Valley. He's met 30 feet out by Nanny and kicks it to Stone. Pass comes near side to Iwamizu. Tries a triple. Front iron, no. And Hayden cleans up the miss. Kicks it to Hunt. Hunt will take his time crossing half court. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Mazama up by 12. Here's Jackson now. Right extended arc. Feeds Melgoza between the circles. Melgoza tries to drive right side. Now to the hands of Hunt. Hunt fields a double team. Gets rid of it to Melgoza. Pass goes outside to Jackson. Brings it top of the key. Now outside to Hunt for a right wing triple. Back iron. The rebound into the hands of Stone. Stone now near corner to Daly. Daly to Gagnon for three. That one also hits the back of the iron. Won't go. A foul whistled against Briarty. And that will earn free throws for Mazama. They lead by 12. Hidden Valley with 43 seconds to go in the first quarter, still looking for their first made field goal. Only 2 points they have, free throws from Josh Iwamizu. As Kai Hunt heads to the line for two more, he's already 3 for 3, now make it 4 for 4. Sub in for both teams. For Hidden Valley, it is Tommy Drake. Drake will check in for Stone. Mazama, a couple of subs. We're going to see Beals check in along with Piscatello. And I believe that's it for Mazama. Second free throw on the way for Hunt. That one is too strong, although he gets his own miss, then has it poked free by Iwamizu. Iwamizu able to create that takeaway. Now with 37 seconds left to go. 5 seconds separate shot and game clock for the Mustangs. Pass goes now back to Iwamizu. He's got it about half court. Pass comes near side to Daly. It's tipped out by Daly. Can't control the pass. The Vikings have it. The shot clock will be off, and they lead by 13 with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pass into the backcourt to Kai Hunt. Guarded loosely by Tommy Drake all the way up. Throws it to Jackson on the far side. Jackson drives in, kicks it outside to Melgoza. Spinning around on the right extended arc. Back to the hands of Jackson. Thought about a three, kicks it back out to Melgoza. Now to the hands of Beals. Here's Jackson now with 5. Jackson at the right elbow, outside to Melgoza, to Piscatello for 3 at the horn. It won't go. But Mazama up big after 8 minutes. 15-2. We'll head to the second quarter. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you. Our continuing coverage of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week as we are nearing the beginning of the second quarter. Mazama, you said it there about halfway through it, Matt. Couldn't have gone much better for the Vikings in that first quarter.
I mean, 15-2. That's, already nearly halfway to their scoring total from the first game against Hidden Valley. Pretty good start, I'd say.
Led in scoring right now by Kai Hunt with 8 points. They also got a 3 from Gabe Nanny and 2 points from Hayden and Beals. Mustangs didn't make a field goal in that first quarter. The only points they got, again, Josh Iwamizu free throws. They're still looking for their first made bucket as we start the second quarter. It's Kai Hunt driving the right side, well beyond the arc, kicks it to Melgoza on the wing. Now top of the key to Beals. Beals kicks it to Nanny for a right wing three. Back iron, no. Long rebound is tipped and finally goes out of bounds. It's going to be Mustangs ball. 7:42 to go before halftime. It'll be Evan Neufeld who walks the ball up the floor for Hidden Valley. Pass to Iwamizu, cutting to the rim, skates all the way in and scores. That's what Josh Iwamizu can do for you as the Mustangs get their first bucket nearly 9 minutes into this contest. Here's Kai Hunt trying to respond for the Vikings. Kicks it to Melgoza in the corner. Melgoza terminates the dribble, kicks it back to Hunt. Now again on the right wing. He stops the dribble. Here's Beals top of the key. Drives the right lane. Kicks it out to Nanny. All alone for three. He can't hit. And the rebound picked up by the Mustangs. Here's Neufeld. Neufeld along the right side. Now Melgoza. Kicks it outside to Stone. Stone now picked up. It's into the hands of Flitcroft. Here's Stone, top of the key. Triggers a triple. He hits. First made three, and the Mustangs now down only by 8 after that three-pointer falls from Flitcroft. Here is Hunt. Hunt takes a Hayden screen right, kicks it back to Nanny, now on the wing to Melgoza. Melgoza puts it on the deck, kicks it to Beals, straightaway three to respond, rattles out. Rebound picked up by Stone. Stone racing ahead, splits the defense, loses the dribble. I think it was poked out by a Mazama player, and it was, so the Mustangs will keep possession. And a sub checks in for them. It's Tommy Drake in for Connor Flitcroft. Neufeld looking to inbound. Gets it underneath to Drake. Kicks it back out to Neufeld for a mid-range jumper that's good. Neufeld with his first 2 points. Hidden Valley has scored 7 straight. Pass comes near side to Beals. Beals feeds Melgoza between the circles, now in the corner to Hunt. Hunt now on the right wing. Backs out well beyond the arc, stops the dribble, has to get rid of it, is going to find Beals now on the left wing. 14 to shoot from Mazama. Here's Melgoza, top of the key. Now it's Hunt. Hunt denies the screen left, then drives left, around the defender, double clutch layup. Oh my. What a great shot by Kai Hunt. Puts Mazama back out in front, 17-9. It's Neufeld. Neufeld now kicks to Stone on the near wing, now to Iwamizu straight away, into the hands of Neufeld far side. He's going to kick it to Drake. Drake tries a three, it's wide right. Follows up his own miss, tipped it free for a moment, but Mazama recollects. It's Hunt who fires a pass ahead to Hayden. His shot blocked. They're going to call goaltending. Actually, I believe that was Kaiser Daly who tried to climb the ladder and block Hayden. But they're calling goaltending. It was the official furthest from the bucket who called it. But truthfully, he probably had the best view of it. Score 19-9. 5:10 to go in the second. Pass comes to the near corner to Neufeld. Neufeld tries to bounce it underneath to Stone, going to work underneath, and he gets fouled. Charge the foul to Kai Hunt. That is his first and Mazama's first. And it results in pending free throws for Aaron Stone. This free throw's good. Checking in for Hidden Valley, Mauricio Mendez. Mendez, won't see him for the whole game. The junior played a considerable amount of minutes in the JV game earlier today, which ended in overtime and a Hidden Valley win. A couple of made free throws there for Hidden Valley. And Aaron Stone, 19-11. Mazama looking to respond. Here's Kai Hunt in the left wing. Hunt steps back beyond the arc, drives inside, scoop pass to Hayden, outside to Beals for a near corner three, rattles out. Rebound into the hands of Daly. Brings it up for Hidden Valley. Gives it to Neufeld. Neufeld well beyond the arc. Is going to kick it to Stone on the right wing. Now top of the key to Daly. Daly kicks it to Neufeld. Goes to work against Hayden. Neufeld bounces it underneath to Stone for a mid-range jumper. Leaves it short. Rebound is picked up by Melgoza, and he gets fouled trying to get the pass off. Charge the foul to Kaiser Daly. And that'll be the first Hidden Valley foul this period, as Jagger Jackson checks in for Jordan Beals for Mazama. First foul committed by Daly as well. 4:51 to go before halftime, and Mazama leads by 8. Here's Kai Hunt. Kicks it to Jackson on the far side. Jackson feeds Melgoza between the circles. Ball high above his head, guarded by Neufeld. Kicks it to Jackson, jab step left, goes right, kicks it to Hunt, top of the key. Hunt drives all the way in, has his first shot blocked, gets his own miss, puts it back up and in. That's Gabe Nanny now with 5 points and a 10-point lead for Mazama with 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Here's Stone with it. Stone kicks it to Iwamizu. Now Neufeld for a left wing three. High arcing shot. Front iron, no. The rebound in the hands of Mendez. Hidden Valley can reset. Here's Iwamizu. Kicks it over to Daly. Daly guarded by Nanny. Left extended arc. Now straight away to Stone. Kicks it near side to Iwamizu. Iwamizu trying to drive inside against Jackson. Fadeaway jumper. Got it. Tough shot there for Josh Iwamizu. Brings Hidden Valley a little closer. 21-13. 3:50 to go in the second quarter. And here's Kai Hunt. Kai Hunt kicks it to Melgoza on the near wing beyond the arc. Tries to drive inside. Gets to the elbow. Back outside to Jackson. Switches directions. Gets to the free throw line. Underhand pass to Hunt. Left elbow jumper. Front iron no. And the rebound into the hands of Hidden Valley. It's Neufeld. Neufeld racing by Hunt. Brings it to the near wing. Then kicks it back outside to Iwamizu. Over to Daly for a triple. Rolls off the rim. Rebound is batted out into the hands of Hunt. Vikings have numbers in transition. Pass goes in the corner to Nanny. Nanny straight away to Jackson. He'll try a triple. Can't cash in. Rebound picked up by Iwamizu, and he kicks it ahead to Neufeld as Hidden Valley hits it into the front court, trailing 21-13.
Man, Mazama has had some great looks from outside, but just hasn't been able to knock him down.
No doubt. Here's Iwamizu. Takes a screen right. Feeds Stone on the pick and roll. He scores through contact. No whistle. Mazama going the other way. Aaron Stone now with 4 points, brings his team within 6. Here's Melgoza. Melgoza kicks it outside to Hunt. A long three won't fall. Hayden gets the miss, kicks it back outside to Hunt. Hunt trying to drive left side, bounces it to Hayden. Hayden can't score, gets his own miss. The putback is there. No, he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 free throws.
That was a nice pass from Hunt.
Yeah, that's where it all started, getting Hayden great positioning inside. Couldn't convert on the first and then was fouled on the putback. These will be his first free throws of the game. Otherwise, he's got 4 points. In fact, he's the only Viking not named Kai Hunt to shoot free throws. Makes his first.
Mentioned he's a football player, Josh. He was second team All-State at both tight end and defensive line.
He's a load.
And definitely not afraid to bruise down there in the paint.
Puts his team back up by 8 with 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Here's Neufeld. Stops well beyond the arc. Vikings not chasing him out there. Neufeld brings it a little closer to the arc. Kicks it inside to Stone, who had a free lane to the rim. He scores. 23-17, 2:13 to go before halftime. Here comes Mazama. It's Kai Hunt. Hunt tries to drive left side, gets around 2 defenders, stutter steps, drives again and scores. Great dribble drive there for Kai Hunt. Mazama back out in front by 8 with under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Neufeld has it. Kicks it now to Flitcroft. Flitcroft guarded tightly by Beals to Iwamizu. Skip pass to Neufeld. Neufeld now gives it to Mendez, top of the key. Now underneath for a quick shot from Neufeld on the block. He scores. Hidden Valley now down just by 6, 1.5 to go in the period. Here's Kai Hunt. Hunt takes a Hayden screen well beyond the arc. Hayden tries to drive inside, has it poked free, recollects, kicks it to Hunt, now outside to Beals. Beals fakes a pass at the free throw line, gets the shot off, but misses. Now it's Hidden Valley. Pass comes all the way into Stone, battles through contact, but can't get the shot to fall, and the miss is cleaned up by Ryan Hayden. Now it's Kai Hunt trying to direct traffic on the right side. Dribbles left, goes right, then backs back out. Lofts a pass underneath to Hayden, and Hayden is too strong on the land, but he gets fouled. Didn't take a ton of contact, but it was just enough on his arm that results now in free throws for Ryan Hayden. He's really good at sensing that pick and roll with Kai Hunt. You've seen it work a couple of times now, resulting in free throws, if not a bucket. It's hard to stop. He makes his first free throw.
Those two were also teammates on the football field this fall, so chemistry certainly there.
Second free throw for Hayden is good. Puts Mazama back out in front by 8. And an 8-point game for Ryan Hayden. 48 seconds to go before halftime. Neufeld has it well beyond the arc straight away. Dribbles left for a moment, then comes right with it. Terminates the dribble. About 24 feet out, finds Iwamizu. Iwamizu thinking about going left. He's guarded by Hunt at half court. Pardon me, that was Nanny. Now guarded by Hunt is Neufeld. Here's Nanny, tried to contest the Neufeld three, way off the mark. And Hayden picks up the air ball. Shot clock is off, 19 seconds to go before halftime. Kai Hunt throws it to Melgoza. Now back to Hunt. Guarded at the Viking Nation logo, half court, now 8 seconds. Hunt wants this shot, drives inside around Iwamizu, reverse layup won't go. Hidden Valley a chance at the buzzer, full court heave, won't go from Naren Stone, was very close. But we'll head to halftime with a score of 27-19, and Mazama leads Hidden Valley. We'll be back with more coming up next in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Welcome to halftime here at the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. It is Mazama who leads Hidden Valley 27-19 at halftime. We'll give you the leading scores, and we'll start with Mazama, who's led by the senior Kai Hunt with 12 points, 8 from Ryan Hayden, 5 for Gabe Nanny, and 2 for Jordan Beals. Your scorers right now for Mazama. For Hidden Valley, it's twofold with Naren Stone and Josh Iwamizu leading the way with 6 points each. Evan Neufeld has 4, and Connor Flitcroft has 3. Your scorers right now for Hidden Valley. After a first quarter where Mazama led 15-2, all things considered, a fair chance to try to get back into this one for Hidden Valley with how they played in the second quarter. But right now, man, Kai Hunt and Ryan Hayden having their way on the offensive end.
Yeah, and a big thing, too. Like I mentioned, Kai Hunt has not had to deal with Austin Klingler for much of this game after he picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. He's been having his way. I don't know if Austin Klingler is going to be able to shut him down like he did in the first game once he gets back out there. But I think it's going to be harder, especially harder for him now that Kai Hunt has had the chance to get in a groove a little bit here.
Yeah, he checked out only a couple minutes into that first quarter, missed the rest of that quarter and all of the second. So he might be able to play a little bit more aggressively. Austin Klingler coming out of halftime if they decide to play him in the third quarter. But yeah, you're exactly right. He's going to have to just be a little bit more careful guarding such an explosive player. Not something you really want to contend with. And then if you overguard him, boom, there's Ryan Hunt. You feed him on the pick and roll, and he's right there for you.
I should mention, too, Klingler's contribution is not solely defensively. He scored 20 points in that first matchup. Actually, his head coach, Jordan Kassler, called it one of the best high school performances I've seen as a coach. So, yeah, like you said, he gets back out there. He's going to have to be careful. They are going to need him down the stretch.
Yeah, we'll see how much of a factor he can play in the second half as Hidden Valley is looking for their second win of the season against Mazama. It was back on January 21st that the Mustangs defeated Mazama 55-37 like you've talked about. That's the only blemish for Mazama in their last 6 outings and their only loss in league play. Now, as we take a look at the Skyline Conference standings, Phoenix 5-1, number 10 in the state. Mazama is in second, 4-1, followed by the Mustangs, who are 3-2. So Mazama a chance to potentially pull even with Phoenix, although they do have a game tonight against Klamath Union. Was hoping to be able to get score updates for you from that one, although it doesn't look like we will be able to right away. Klamath Union in 4th place in the league. The Henley Hornets still searching for their first conference win at 0-6, but a battle now for the second guaranteed spot into the postseason of the Skyline Conference. If Hidden Valley's able to come from behind, an opportunity to pull even with Mazama. Still a lot left to be decided, like we talked about earlier in the season. Now that everyone plays each other 3 times, here we are less than a month before the end of the season, and I got no idea who's going to win this thing.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix has to be considered, I think, the odds-on favorite. But, you know, it's a tight race for second and third. Mazama winning this one would be huge. Would give them a 2-game lead, for that final guaranteed spot.
Now you look at the rankings. I'll try to explain this in just a moment. There are 2 more teams that could potentially get an at-large bid into the state playoffs. Hidden Valley right now, number 12. They would maybe be favored, but you look around the rest of the state. I mean, the Oregon West Conference has 4 top 10 teams in it. You've got to think that they'd be the favorite to probably get a couple of those at-large bids out of the postseason, but still a long ways to go. The end of the season isn't until February 25th, still the entire month of February ahead of us, and the second half of basketball ahead of us too, as Mazama leads right now 27-19 against Hidden Valley. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, it's time for the third quarter. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you here on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com for the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. As we get ready for the third quarter, it is Mazama who leads Hidden Valley 27-19. Want to again welcome in all of our friends over in Grants Pass who are tuning in tonight. Didn't want to make the trip over 140 in the weather, understandable, so appreciate you spending your Friday night with us here on mybasin.com. As Hidden Valley starts with the basketball coming out of the break, it is Neufeld who kicks it to Iwamizu, now to the hands of Klingler. Now Stone here on the near wing. Stone guarded by Hunt, gets rid of it to Neufeld, brings it around the horn, top of the key. Now to the hands of Iwamizu on the far side, guarded by Nanny, kicks it to Klingler. Jab step left, goes right, now to the hands of Neufeld with 13 to shoot. Neufeld to Stone. Stone thought about a three, drives inside, loses it on the dribble, out of bounds it goes, and it is Mazama basketball. Well, you've heard all the five names on the floor for Hidden Valley. For Mazama, it is Kai Hunt, Jordan Beals, Ryan Hayden, Gabe Nanny, and Dominic Melgoza to start the second half. Here's Gabe Nanny with it, top of the key, gets it to Hunt well beyond the arc straight away. Dribbles left, kicks it to Nanny in the corner, now to Beals beyond the arc on the left side. Fakes a pass right, drives inside, gets to the rim, can't score, gets his own miss. Hayden has it now, through contact, he scores and one.
Ryan Hayden is just taking dude's lunch money in the paint tonight.
No doubt, he is just bullying his way inside. He had 8 first half points, made all 4 free throws as well. Here's his 5th of the game. That one is good. 30-19 with 7:04 to go in the third quarter. Mazama in front of Hidden Valley. Here's Neufeld. Kicks it now on the far side to Klingler. Finds its way around the horn to Briarty. Briarty on the left side, left-hand dribble. Underneath to Iwamizu on the block. Tries to go to work against Nanny underneath. Fadeaway jumper offline. Rebounded to the hands of Kai Hunt. Hunt brings it up the floor, guarded by Klingler all the way up. Takes a screen right, feeds Hayden again on the pick and roll. Drives inside. This time again, charges right through Briarty. And I guess kind of a thankless job there for Briarty, taking the brunt of that force from Hayden, but that might be the only way you can stop him on his drive to the rim.
That's the second charge Briarty's taken tonight.
Yeah. Neufeld brings it ahead, kicks it to Briarty on the near wing, now straight away to Klingler, now Neufeld on the far side, gets his way to the baseline, tries to get it to Briarty, but it's tipped away by Melgoza. He'll give it to Hunt as the Mazama Vikings bring it into the front court. Kai Hunt has it, beyond the arc straight away, backs back out beyond the arc, kicks it to Beals on the wing, now to the hands of Gabe Nanny, kicks it back to Hunt, right extended arc, drives left, inside, goes to the paint, up off the glass and in. Kai Hunt, another tough bucket, give him 14 points for the game. The Mustangs try to respond on the other side, but Stone leaves the lay-in short. The score remains 32-19. Under 6 minutes to go in the third, Kai Hunt again tries to score close. This time Can't make it happen. Here's Iwamizu into the front court for Hidden Valley. Has it on the right extended arc. Left-handed dribble at the free throw line. Kicks it outside to Klingler for a triple. Rattles out. Rebound into the hands of Gabe Nanny. Gives it to Kai Hunt, who slowly walks the ball up the floor, paying attention to Coach Millsap and the signals he's given to his team. Now Nanny has it on the right elbow, back out beyond the arc, feeds Melgoza on the left wing, guarded by Neufeld tightly. Melgoza puts it on the deck, behind his back dribble, trying to spin around Neufeld, but good defense played by the Mustangs. Here's Nanny now with 10 to shoot, has it top of the key, pulls up from straight away, won't get it. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Mustangs will take it as they have Kaiser Daly check into the game. Out goes Evan Neufeld. Again, the score 32-19, 5:08 to go in the third quarter. Here's Josh Iwamizu. He'll walk the ball up the floor for the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Pass goes on the far side to Klingler. Klingler drives left with it, brings it around, top of the key. Now Iwamizu off a screen, left wing three, front iron no, and the rebound into the hands of Nanny. Gives it to Hunt. Hunt walks it up the floor this time, picked up there by Klingler. About 35 feet away from the basket. Klingler guards him tightly. Hunt tries to drive the left side, gets to the baseline, up with the shot, can't get it. Mustangs come away with the rebound. It's Daly into the front court. Tries to drive the left side. He's met there by Beals. Melgoza tries to double team him from behind in a tie-up. Possession is going to favor the Mazama Vikings. So it'll be Ryan Hayden to inbound at the baseline away from the basket. He'll get it into Kai Hunt, and those guys who've played well together on offense tonight bring the ball up together. Here's Kai Hunt. Guarded by Klingler again, now to the hands of Nanny. Nanny hands it off to Beals, driving the right side, kicks it out to Hunt, head fakes a three, drives in through contact, he gets fouled, no bucket, but he'll be shooting free throws. He's so explosive on those takes. You think he's not going to drive with it, you blink and he's in the paint. For Kai Hunt today, he's got 14 points, and he is 4 of 5 at the free throw line. 75% shooter on the season. Makes his first on this trip. Also the team's leading scorer, averaging just a shade over 17 points per game. He makes both. Score now 34-19 in favor of Mazama halfway through the third quarter. Daly has it, top of the key, kicks it to Iwamizu on the right wing. One step inside the arc, leaves the mid-range jumper well short. Melgoza cleans up the air ball, kicks it ahead to Hunt. Hunt brings it along the near side, backs back out beyond the arc, guarded by Klingler. Skip pass underneath to Melgoza, who gets fouled by Daly while receiving the pass. That will be the third Hidden Valley team foul, the second for Kaiser Daly with 3:42 to go in the third. Mazama up 34-19. Kai Hunt has it, guarded closely by Klingler, loses the dribble for a moment, regains it, tries to feed Melgoza underneath. Loose ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Melgoza. So the Mustangs have it. Briarty and Stone bring it up together. And now just Briarty crosses the timeline, brings it on the right side, now between the circles. Has to get a pass off. He's going to find Klingler. Klingler, straightaway three, got it. He was pretty far beyond the arc to cash that one in as well. Makes it a 12-point game, and Coach Kassler for Hidden Valley calls time. We'll take it. 34-22, 3:16 to go in the third quarter. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. Back in the third quarter, Kai Hunt has it in the front court for Mazama, drives the right lane and gets fouled on the shot. So as we welcome you back to the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week, you will be treated to free throws from Kai Hunt. He's 2 for 2 in this second half. That makes him 6 for 7 on the ball game so far. And he's got 16 total points, makes the first free throw.
I mean, you pointed out his explosiveness just a little bit ago, Josh, but I mean, it's that first step that just makes it so hard to defend those drives without fouling.
Hidden Valley trying to respond on the other side. Klingler drove baseline. They're going to charge Ryan Hayden with a blocking foul. That should be Mazama's second. Pardon me, that's going to be actually Hunt. He picks up his second. And so Hidden Valley to inbound.
Oh, the scoreboard's gone out.
Hidden Valley and Iwamizu goes up for the shot. He gets fouled, spinning around. Josh Iwamizu had 6 first-half points, but yet to score here in the third quarter. We'll be shooting free throws, and we're going to try to get the scoreboard back up and running. It's a fine time for us to remind you tonight that the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week is, in fact, brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at iloveginos.com. And our scoreboard looks to be back. 3:01 to go in the third quarter, and Mazama leads 36-22.
Gino's is also going to be sponsoring the new Gino's All-Star Classic in late March, featuring some of the best boys and girls players from around the basin. We're still ironing out the details on that one, but we should have more for you in the coming weeks.
Hopefully by Wednesday, our next edition of Ballin' in the Basin, we can try to dive a little bit more into that. That show is 6 o'clock every Wednesday night on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Also, the podcast of every episode is on mybasin.com. I want to say a year ago today was our first episode.
That may be. I can double check that right now.
First free throw was off the mark. Second one from Iwamizu finds its way home. Score 36-23. 3 minutes to go in the third. Bucket missed on the other side from Beals. Now here comes Briarty into the front court for Hidden Valley. Briarty, he's going to kick it to Stone. Stone feeds Iwamizu well beyond the arc. Now near side to Klingler. Klingler puts it on the deck. Now feeds Briarty, and again now to Iwamizu on the right side, guarded by Nanny, well beyond the arc. 19 to shoot for Hidden Valley. Here's Briarty for a catch-and-shoot triple, back iron. Rebound is picked up by Stone, and he'll be fouled, not on the shot. It was Kai Hunt who tried to poke it free. That'll be his third foul, and the team's third.
It was actually January 17th of last year.
A couple weeks off. Iwamizu tried to get a quick shot off, had it poked free, but Hidden Valley recollects. It's Gagnon in the paint from 13 feet out, gets the shot to fall on the right-handed floater. And we've got a whistle. Let's see.
The scoreboard's not right.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, they got it back.
Had it as 23-12. It's certainly not the case. Our score right now, 36-25. Mazama leads with 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Mazama now racing into the front court. It's Kai Hunt who fields a double team and turns it over. Hidden Valley has it. Iwamizu ahead to Gagnon. Again, from 13, this time his right-handed floater won't go. Mazama trying to answer with some points of their own. Here's Beals, ball high above his head on the left wing. He's going to kick it now to Piscatello. Now to the hands of Melgoza, Beals in the corner. Beals backs out beyond the arc, dribbles with his right hand, gets by one defender and lays it up and in. Jordan Beals now with 4 points, 2 in each half, his team up by 13. Pass into the corner, three-point shot at and missed by Gagnon. Mazama with the miss. They've got numbers in transition. Iwamizu tips a pass intended for Nanny away, and the Mustangs come away with it. Here's Gagnon again. Passing it ahead to Klingler for three. Back iron, no. And the rebound picked up by Stone. Mustangs another chance. Here's Stone driving inside. His shot rolls off the rim. And this time Kai Hunt comes up with it. Hunt down underneath to Piscatello on the right block. His shot blocked by Iwamizu. Now it's Gagnon one-on-one against Melgoza on the break. He can't score. Fields a double team underneath. Has it poked away by Melgoza. And Iwamizu tried to return the favor, but he fouled Melgoza. And that is the 5th Hidden Valley team foul. Should give Dominic Melgoza free throws. Melgoza scoreless so far in the game, and these are his first free throws. With a minute left to go in the third, his team leads by 13. Make it 14 after that make. Jagger Jackson in for Kai Hunt, a much-needed breather for the senior before the start of the fourth quarter. Melgoza's second free throw is on the way, and it's good. 15-point advantage for Mazama. A minute to go in the third. Here's Braxton Briarty directing traffic for Hidden Valley. Waist-high dribble with the right hand, switches to his left, spins around, terminates the dribble top of the key, feeds Gagnon cutting to the cup. Loose ball is picked up by Melgoza. It's a tie-up before he can pick it up. Possession is going to stay with Hidden Valley. So Braxton Briarty will inbound underneath the bucket at the baseline. Briarty looking for a teammate in the corner. He's going to kick it to Klingler on the right wing. Klingler hands it to Iwamizu, who brings it back around between the circles. Now Briarty on the left wing. Here's Gagnon in the corner. Down underneath to Stone. Takes the pass, spins around. His shot won't go. Mustangs collect the miss. And a foul away from the basketball will result in free throws for Hidden Valley. And I think it's going to be Iwamizu to the line. Nope, it will be Austin Klingler shooting free throws. Talked quite a bit about Klingler without seeing him very much on the floor. He's still looking for his first points tonight. These will be his first free throws. First one's good. Kai Hunt checks back into the game for Jagger Jackson. A short rest for Hunt. Team's leading scorer right now with 18 points. Second free throw is no good for Hidden Valley and Austin Klingler, and so now the shot clock is off. 25 seconds to go in the third. Pass intended for Piscatello. He finds it at the baseline, kicks it to Beals in the near corner. Now 16 to shoot. Here's Kai Hunt, well beyond the arc, top of the key. Hunt guarded by Klingler, drives the left side, goes up with the shot. Reverse layup is too strong. 7 seconds to go. The Mustangs can get a shot off. Now 5. It is Gagnon at the horn. Hits a line drive at the rim. It is no good, and so we will head to the fourth quarter with Mazama in front, 40-26. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com. We'll be back.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
We'll join the fourth quarter already in progress as Mazama leads Hidden Valley 40-26. It is the Vikings with the ball and Gabe Nanny top of the key. Now Melgoza on the wing, gives it to Hunt, who's guarded tightly by Klingler. On the drive, has it poked free, picked up by Beals. Beals fakes a pass outside, drives inside, and gets fouled on the shot. So Jordan Beals will be heading to the line for two. Like I said, our score right now, 40-26. In that third quarter, Mazama outscoring Hidden Valley 13-7 to improve this lead from 8 points now to 14. First shot is good from Beals. And he's earned a second. 5 total points for the senior. Here's his second shot. That one is also good. 42-26, 7:41 to go in the third. It'll be Josh Iwamizu. He is leading his team right now with 7 points. Here's Austin Klingler, tries one from distance, can't get it to go. Mazama with the miss. Pass comes ahead to Beals. Bounce pass underneath to Piscatello, but it will be Beals who travels before getting the pass off. And a turnover gives Hidden Valley the ball. 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Briarty has it. Brings it up for Hidden Valley. Pass goes to Klingler on the far side. Now back to Briarty. Feeds Iwamizu, cutting to the rim. He's fouled and one. Good take by Iwamizu. Took contact from behind on that shot as well, earning him this extra free throw. He is 3 of 5 in his previous attempts. This one is good. So now 42-29 the score. 7:11 to go in the fourth quarter. And they're going to charge the foul to Hidden Valley, their second foul this period. I didn't quite see who they charged it to. Scoreboard hasn't been updated yet. Regardless, it is Michael Piscatello who checks out and Ryan Hayden who checks in for Mazama. Here's Kai Hunt. Guarded by Klingler at the Viking Nation logo, half court. Tries to bring it along the right side. Klingler guarding him tightly. Has it poked free. Klingler picks the ball up, although he's outnumbered. 1-on-2 in transition. Klingler's fouled. Are they going to say he was going up, or was that on the floor? Charge the foul to Kai Hunt. Foul's going to be on the floor. Coach Kassler trying to make his case for it being a shooting foul, but it will remain a non-shooting foul. Hunter Gagnon checking in for Hidden Valley. They'll have the basketball. Gagnon takes the inbound pass in the corner, brings it all the way in, kicks it to Iwamizu from the left block, leaves the mid-range jumper short. Melgoza cleans up the miss. Vikings come the other way, up 42-29. Pass goes ahead to Beals, uncontested lane at the other side. 44-29. Vikings, 6.5 to go in the third. Or pardon me, in the fourth quarter. Here's Iwamizu. Left-handed dribble, spins around at the right block, gets inside, kicks it to Briarty in the near corner for a triple, can't cash in, and Melgoza with the miss. Kicks it ahead to Kai Hunt. And a timeout is called by Mazama. We will take it. 44-29 the score, 6:21 to go in the final quarter. Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on Newstalk, 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and MyBasin.com continues next.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Clown Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Clown Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
44-29 the score as Mazama leads Hidden Valley with 6:21 to go in the fourth quarter. It's Mazama who has it. Melgoza kicks it outside to Beals, well beyond the arc on the right side. Dribbles head of the key. Now Hayden on the far side. Hayden feeds Beals on the drive, but he can't convert the lay-in. And the Mustangs clean up the miss. And a whistle. Let's see. I think we're going to reset the shot clock, and Hidden Valley is going to inbound at half court. 31 seconds on the shot clock, as it didn't start in time, but we are ready to go with Hidden Valley basketball. It's inbounded to Evan Neufeld. Has it head of the key, out of the hands of Gagnon. Gets it to Stone. Stone whips it near side to Klingler. Bounce underneath to Iwamizu. Iwamizu spins to his left, tries to use the glass, but can't get it to go. Gabe Nanny cleans up the rebound. Here's Dom Melgoza, and at the instruction of his coaching staff, he'll slow down the pace for Mazama. Melgoza switches to a right-hand dribble to avoid the steal. Kicks it over into the hands of Harrington, who's checked in. Harrington has it poked free by Klingler and then gets fouled as Klingler tries to pick up the ball. Let's see. Was timeout called by Mazama before the foul? It was. So with 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter, score 44-29. We will stick with you through this break in the action. Just a 30-second timeout with Mazama in front, trying to even the season series against Hidden Valley and also create a little bit of distance between themselves and the Mustangs in the Skyline Conference. This would give them a 2-game advantage in the conference, and for the moment at least would also pull them even with Phoenix, as both teams would be 5-1. Again, the Pirates are playing Klamath Union tonight in Phoenix. Still no result from that contest, but that will keep a half-game difference between the Pirates and the Vikings regardless of the outcome.
Mazama hosts Phoenix next Friday. So 2 big-time Friday night home matchups in a row for the Vikings.
Still looking to finish this one out, although up 15 with 5.5 to go. Melgoza has it after the inbound. Kicks it to Beals on the wing. Puts it on the deck, right-hand dribble, drives inside. Free throw line, jumper, high-arcing shot, nothing but twine. And a 2-point jumper there for Beals gives him now 10 points in the ball game. Hidden Valley looking to answer. 46-29 the score. A 3-point jumper off the mark from Austin Klingler. He was hoping for a foul, didn't get it. The ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Hidden Valley ball. Trying to find out who's going to inbound. That'll be Cooper Gagnon on the far sideline. Inbound pass goes to Neufeld. Now to Klingler, left extended arc, guarded by Harrington. Now Iwamizu at the free throw line, drives in, and a charge against Josh Iwamizu. Lowered the shoulder on the drive, trying to create some separation. That's going to get you whistled for a foul nearly every time. And Mazama takes it back. Hidden Valley, though, now pressing on defense. They realize time is becoming a factor, down now 17 with under 5 minutes to go. Melgoza guarded by 2 Mustangs in the backcourt. Hidden Valley pokes it free. Ball goes underneath to Neufeld, and they lay it up. Timeout is called by Coach Jordan Kassler. We will take this one. A full timeout leaves us with 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Mazama up 15. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com continues next. The fourth quarter from Mazama High School continues with 4:44 to go. It is Mazama who leads 46-31. 5 out there for Hidden Valley. It's Iwamizu, Gagnon, Klingler, Neufeld, and Stone. For Mazama, it is Nanny, Hunt, Melgoza, Beals, and Hayden. And it is the Vikings who will start with the basketball away from the basket at the baseline. Inbound pass goes to Kai Hunt. It's guarded tightly all the way up the floor. Kicks it to Melgoza, who crosses the timeline. And Hayden punishes them for the press on the other side. Skated past everybody. And Ryan Hayden for 2. Give him 12 points in the game. 48-31 our score. 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Hidden Valley looking for an answer. Klingler will try a 3 that rattles out. Ball is rebounded by Iwamizu. He goes back up for it and 1. Josh Iwamizu trying everything he can in this second half. Has an opportunity to make it a 14-point difference with a made free throw, but he can't. Melgoza picks up the rebound, and Kai Hunt will walk it across for Mazama. Hidden Valley relinquishing the press after Hayden punished them for it on the last possession. Here's Beals, now kicks it to Melgoza, top of the key. Melgoza now to the hands of Nanny, right extended arc, guarded by Stone. Here's Hunt now, picked up by Klingler at half court. Hunt gives it to Beals. Beals now with 11 to shoot, jab step left, drives right, bounce pass to Hayden. He uses the glass to score. 50-33, Hidden Valley trying to respond. It's going to be Stone for a corner 3. He can't hit. And Hunt with the rebound. Loses it for a moment, guarded by Klingler. Kicks it ahead to Beals, and Mazama now to the front court. Here's Kai Hunt. Right-hand dribble, now to Melgoza. Melgoza puts it on the deck, whips it to Beals. Beals trying to split the defense, now kicks it to Nanny. Nanny to Hunt. Hunt tries to drive the right side, gets to the baseline, off the glass and in. There's that first step, and 2 more points for Kai Hunt. 52-33, the Vikings opening it wide open here in the fourth. Iwamizu tried for a step-back triple, pump fake, can't get the 3-point shot to go. And the Vikings student section letting him know it. Here's Kai Hunt into the front court for Mazama. Under 3 minutes to go, and they lead by 19. Jordan Beals now to Melgoza. Here's Kai Hunt. Spins around to his right, steps back into the corner, goes baseline, bounce pass out to Hayden, now straight away to Nanny. Vikings reset with 12 to shoot, and a pass intended for Melgoza, just let it go by him. I think he thought there was someone behind him. Just a little bit of a miscommunication between Nanny and Melgoza resulted in a turnover, and Hidden Valley will take it. Braxton Briarty now to inbound. And he kicks it over to Klingler on the wing. Briarty gets it back, feeds Iwamizu under the cup. His reverse lay-in won't go. And again, Kai Hunt will take it up for Mazama with 2:15 to go in the final quarter, up 19. Here's Nanny with it, the half-court logo. Now to Melgoza. Melgoza to Beals off a screen on the right wing. Thought about a triple, hands it to Hunt. Hunt uses him as a screen, drives inside, mid-range jumper from 17, got it! 54-33. Hidden Valley trailing, 1:48 to go. A contested triple on the other end from Naren Stone falls. And that brings Hidden Valley back with an 18, under 2 minutes to go, and a timeout is called. We are out of timeouts on our broadcast tonight, so we will stick with you here on mybasin.com. And 1150 KAGO, did we not get a timeout? We heard a whistle, there's no foul. Mazama will take it after that made 3-point bucket, so no timeout anyway. 54-36, 1:45 to go, and the Vikings with it. It's Melgoza at about half court, ready to cross the timeline. Here he comes. Kicks it to Beals. 4 subs ready to come in for Mazama. The next stoppage of play as they look to wrap up a big-time home win. Here's Melgoza with it, top of the key. Kicks it to Beals. Thought about a triple. Now has it top of the key in the corner to Nanny. 12 to shoot. Nanny puts it on the deck. He's going to kick it to Hunt. Hunt now with 8 to shoot. Left-hand waist-high dribble. up to the three-point line. Now to Melgoza, whips it to Nanny in the corner. 3 seconds now. Nanny fires up a contested triple. More of a pass to Hayden. He gets it. No, they're going to call a shot clock violation. Oh. Thought he might have gotten off before, but the official negates it. We're going to have a group sub in for Mazama. As the starters are removed, it's going to be Deshaun Carter along with Connor Baker out there with Brody Mahone, Drake Peters, and Logan Harrington. Here's Mendez with it, top of the key for Hidden Valley, under a minute to go. Here's Neufeld driving inside. Pass comes in the near corner for Combs. He tries a triple, can't get it. Neufeld with the miss. Collects it beyond the arc, drives to the free throw line. Takes a mid-range that's no good. Mazama gets the rebound. It is Brody Mahone. Mahone, the sophomore, kicks it to Carter. Carter, a senior, now into the hands of Peters. He's a senior. Here's Mahone. 18 to shoot. 10 seconds between shot and game clock. Harrington's going to travel, trying to get the pass off to Carter. That'll turn the shot clock off with 21 seconds to go. Viking student section, they believe they have won, and it's certainly the case, as they will improve to 5-1 in conference play. At the conclusion of the next 15 seconds, Connor Flitcroft passes it over to Combs. Ball in hands now of Neufeld. Finds a cutting Combs for his first points of the ball game. But that will be it. Our final score tonight, Mazama 54, Hidden Valley 38. The Vikings are victorious on their home floor. We'll be back with some post-game coverage. We'll send you on your ways. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week continues next on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Final score between the Mazama Vikings and the Hidden Valley Mustangs in the varsity boys contest, 54-38 in favor of Mazama. They were led in scoring by Kai Hunt, unofficially with 22 points tonight. Ryan Hayden added 14, Jordan Beals with 10, 5 for Gabe Nanny, and 2 for Dominic Melgoza, results in a win for Mazama. For Hidden Valley, they were led in scoring by 12 points, and Josh Iwamizu, 9 from Naren Stone, 4 from Evan Neufeld, 3 for Connor Flitcroft, and 2 from Cooper Gagnon and Eric Combs. And again, the final score, 54-38. After the first quarter, it was Mazama up 15-2, and they never really let Hidden Valley back into this one too much.
I mean, just a massive result for Mazama. I mean, sure, you can attribute it partially to Austin Klingler having to miss really almost the entire first half because of getting in early foul trouble. But, even in the second half, they never really let Hidden Valley get hot enough to climb back into the game. And, guys like Joshua Iwamizu can pop off and change a game almost on a dime. But Mazama, just a tremendous effort all around from start to finish. I want to point out, Hidden Valley, 38 points. That is their fewest of the season.
It was a really good defensive night for Mazama.
Yeah, for a team that was held to their second fewest points of the season in the first matchup to come out and really almost literally flip the script in a couple of different ways. I mean, going from an 18-point loss to a 16-point win, I think Mazama made a pretty big statement tonight.
Yeah, and they stay in the race for a conference championship along with it. They stay with one loss in the league play. Now they are 5-1, pulling even with Phoenix, at least for the time being. Phoenix playing tonight against Klamath Union, so half-game difference between those two squads. We'll see how it pans out in the morning, but right now the Vikings can definitively say we are tied for first place.
And I actually do have a score update from that Phoenix-Klamath Union game. The Pirates are up 57-43 with 3 minutes left. So Phoenix heading for 6-1, still with a half-game lead on Mazama. But as I mentioned, Mazama hosts Phoenix here next Friday night, so chance for the Vikings to take sole possession of first place.
And for Mazama, still a game between now and then. On Tuesday night, they'll be visiting the Hornets' Nest, and although Henley has still yet to pick up their first win in league play, not a team you can entirely look past either. That's right.
It was a tight game the first time these teams met. They were neck and neck heading to the final few minutes. Ultimately, it just came down to Mazama making a few more shots than Henley to close out the game.
Meantime, for Hidden Valley, they will be back in action back here in the Klamath Basin on Tuesday against Klamath Union before they play Henley on Friday. That is February the 7th. Until then, though, appreciate you spending your Friday evening with us. We'll give you the final scores of each games again for you. The first game today saw the Hidden Valley Lady Mustangs defeat Mazama 41-36, 54-38. The final here. I want to thank everybody involved in the broadcast tonight. We'll start with the head coaches, Brenda Mendez and Mindy Holbrook in the girls' game. And here for the guys, it is Jordan Kassler, head coach of the Mustangs, and Ryan Millsap. Always these head coaches for getting with us before the broadcast and making sure we had everything we need. As well as the athletic director here at Mazama High School, Ian O'Brien, making sure we had a place to set up. Appreciate him always contributing to our broadcast as well. Matt, any final thoughts before we head off the air tonight?
I tell you what, it is shaping up, really. We said at the very beginning of Skyline Conference play that it was shaping up to be a fantastic league season. It has been that so far, and I am excited for this final stretch here over the next few weeks.
It continues next week for both of these teams, and our next broadcast will be on Tuesday as the Mazama Vikings visit the Henley Hornets. Until then, though, my name is Josh Eldridge. For my partner, Matt Bowling, and the camera person tonight, Caitlin Rodriguez. Hope you have a great weekend, and saying good night from Valhalla Court at Mazama High School in Klamath Falls, Oregon. Good night.